Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'll be walking through the crypto markets. First things first, I want to be starting off with Bitcoin on the short term and then the midterm and then finally with the long term. Once I'm done with Bitcoin, I'll be jumping across some altcoins. So get your altcoin requests in the chat now and I'll be jumping through them once I'm done with Bitcoin. Starting off with Bitcoin here on the short term, in my opinion, on the 15-minute time frame here. I want to discuss this rising wedge that we had here. And we saw these pumps yesterday. We saw the break of this heavy point of resistance at that 36,680 there. We saw the break of that. We saw the top side of this rising wedge get formed, right? As you can see here, we did find a bit of resistance off this point here, and that's obviously formed the top side of this rising wedge coming through here. We did actually break the rising wedge to the downside here. We broke it to the downside. And then, as I was saying on my live stream yesterday, very successful live stream, if I may say, I was expecting a consolidation period around this sort of zone. I wasn't expecting to go any higher as the pumps were to continue to that like there. Hello to everyone in the chat there. Hello, Kane, straight in there. And Kane, I think I have made you a mod now. I think I have, so let me know if that has worked, bro. Usman, what's the weekend target for BTC? I will get to that, so good morning. NX, nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. Kirill, nice to see you. Good morning, and good morning to you there, Seven as well. OG out here. So yeah, I was expecting this consolidation period here for Bitcoin, but this period that we've got coming through here is pretty crucial, right? It's pretty crucial, and the reason for this is if I draw in this this channel pattern that we've got coming through here, right? As you can see, we do have this falling channel, right? We do have this falling channel, which we need to think about. Usually, obviously, you guys know, the OGs out here know that I don't. Can I request Vechain and ADA, please? Yes, you can, sir. I will jump to that once I'm done with the old Bitcoin. Will we hit 38k higher today? Higher, low, continue. Potentially, bro. Let me get to that and I will, hey, it's worked. Nice one, bro. Not a problem at all, bro. Now you can delete those spammers for me, right? But yeah, so as you can see here, we do have this this falling price channel, and as you can see, when we do have a falling price channel, we usually see a breakout, right, in terms of a measure move, right? So in terms of a measure move to the upside, we would be looking, that's the wrong thing, we would be looking at something along the lines of this, obviously depending on where we break along this falling channel here. So we could be looking at potential, maybe a little long position, obviously if we're going to throw some moving averages in there as well. We're going to see the volume weighted ATR band come up, so that could be acting as a point of resistance, so we need to take that into account as well. If we can get a nice clearance off that when we clear this falling channel point here, that's another indication that we're going to have a successful long position if we do break out from this. And yes, it is a bit of a scalp, and you know me, guys, I'm not really the biggest scalper in the world. I go for those swings, so it is literally a pretty small trade here, 1.3%. It's just for you guys, to basically take into account that, and also. Depending on where we're going to see this break, it's obviously going to affect the bigger time frames here as well, whether we are going to come up and test the top side of this rising wedge, this falling wedge on the midterm here. But let me just finish off on the short term here. This is on the basis that we break to the top side out of this falling price channel here. Let me get rid of these moving average quickly again. Let's go on the basis that we lose this heavy level of support, which we're currently finding at 36,681. If we lose that level of support there, then it's looking like we are going to potentially test the lower side of this channel, right? If we do test the lower side of this channel, I'd like to say we're going to have a bounce, because we do have this higher low point coming through here, which could correlate pretty well with that as well there. And obviously we do have a consolidation period. So in terms of a horizontal level of support, we could be looking at something along the lines of this, right? And also probably more of a grey box zone if I was going to plot that in there. So yeah, we could be looking at a potential support point coming through here as well. If we are to, let's go on the basis that we do lose this falling price channel. If we do lose this falling price channel, then we are going to be looking at some sort of measure move to the downside. But at this point in time, we don't actually have a top side touch here as of yet. So we would be going on this move to the downside, obviously depending on where we're going to break in terms of a short position. And remember, guys, this is a 15-minute. I know it does look pretty scary how big this measure move could be down to the downside here, but it's afternoon here in India, though. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon to you there in India. But yeah, as you can see, this measure move to the downside here for Bitcoin, for basically leaving this falling wedge here, could be around 2% there, but obviously we do have this pretty dominant level of support coming through here as well. So I would be looking at potential take profit at that zone if we were to leave this this falling channel coming through here. Let me chuck some moving averages coming in here, and we can get a better gauge, because in my opinion right now, I think we're far too bullish to even think about the chances of going to the downside here. And as you can see here, we are finding a lovely level of support coming through here on the 55 moving average on the 15-minute time frame. So yeah, really interesting stuff, guys. But yeah, the reason why I'm going through this 15-minute is because we're going to get a good gauge of where we're going to break here. Not for a potential trade for myself, right, but a potential indication of where we're going to go on the longer term time frames, right? So yeah, that's why I would use the 15-minute myself. Let's jump to the hourly here and see what's going on the hourly. see what's going on the hourly here. And guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day on this lovely Thursday morning. Yeah, as I said, we do have this falling price channel coming through. We're currently, unfortunately, we're finding a level of resistance here on this 10 moving average here. So that's definitely going to be a short-term target here for Bitcoin to get over, and that would initiate, I guess, a breakout of this. A breakout of this channel to the top side, which would indicate that we are going to see a potential high point at this candle body close at that horizontal resistance point at that 37,392 there. So yeah, definitely a good point to watch there. But yes, vice versa. If we do fall to the lower side of this price channel, as I was just saying, we do have this 21 here on the hourly to think about here. The 21 moving average coming up here to think about in terms of a nice bounce point, which is good, which is very, very good to see, right? Very, very nice in terms of a level of support here for Bitcoin. Now, let's just go on the basis, right? Let's just take the facts into consideration here. We have seen pretty big pumps, right? We've seen pretty big pumps in terms of price action recently, right, for Bitcoin. It's just been going up, right? Remember, a few days ago, we literally sat at like 31,000. Now we're up at that 36,000. So this consolidation period, yes, it's needed. It's very, very needed. But we could see dumps. We could see dumps, guys, and I wouldn't be surprised if we did see dumps, just because we need that validation. We need this confirmation that this isn't just some craziness coming through here, and we need some validation, and then we could potentially see another bounce point. So I wouldn't rule out the possibility of coming down to this high low point here, sat at around this 35,869 there. So yeah, that I wouldn't rule that out, and that does correlate pretty well with this lovely upward sloping support line here on the hourly time frame. So yeah, I would not rule that out. And we do have it's pretty it's not attractive at all, but I guess it's a rising wedge pattern nonetheless. And we do have touches along this side, But for me personally, we don't really have some sort of pattern coming through like this. It's not really a confirmation for any sort of measure move to come up or come up to the top side or the downside. But crucial points would be these breakpoints in terms of this resistance, this upward sloping resistance line, actually sat at around at 37,600, and also to the low side, as I was just saying here, on that 35,800 here. And on the hourly chart, we do have a bit of a cheeky little golden cross potentially coming up here from this 55 and this 200 here. So if we do get a bit of a golden cross, we can use that as a bit of an indication. We could see a bit of a price move here, but take into account, guys, it is only the hourly time frame, right? So it's not likely to be some insane moves to the upside, right? It's probably going to be maybe a little pump like so, right? Nothing too crazy if it is going to play out, right? So yeah, that's another thing to take into account there. BTC dump, Theta pump, morning all. Mind and hammer that like button. Yeah, thank you very much, Kane. What are we on? We're on 6 likes. Should we put a target for 10 likes? That'd be absolutely crazy, guys. 10 likes out in here. Actually hit 400 likes on my stream yesterday. Absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane stuff there. Really, really amazing. But yeah, let's jump to the RSI on the short term here for Bitcoin. As you can see, we did get to that overextended point there, for Bitcoin, and that's sat around that 73 zone. Obviously, when we get to that overextended, we need that correction, right? We need that correction. That's basically what we're doing now, and that's why I was saying yesterday, we need this consolidation period here to actually get to that central point on the RSI, to even debate another move to the upside, right? If we can do that and debate another move to the upside, that's going to be really nice, because then we're going to be looking at even targeting the the lower side of this upward sloping resistance line currently around that 37,660. And also we do have pretty dominant horizontals in terms of resistance points here from these lower high points here that we do need to, in a sense, invalidate, right? We need to invalidate these lower highs at this zone if we are looking for that progression to the upside as well. So that would be 2 crucial points to watch there, is 37,300 and also that horizontal to the candle body close to the top side of that there, and that is that's another horizontal at 37,800. So yeah, crucial point to watch if we do break this falling channel to the upside there, guys. Yeah, so definitely crucial points to watch there. Let me jump to the midterm. We've done enough on the short term. Let me jump to the midterm. But let me just summarize quick. Obviously, this was the falling channel that we had yesterday. We saw that break. We saw that measure move. We saw that 2.35% get made in terms of a nice little long position there. Not so bad at all. But yeah, that's those would be the targets to the top side for Bitcoin on the short term at 37,400. It's hilarious hearing an Englishman talking in Scots. Hello, Benjamin. Who else is on the chat? We got Guru Kieran, Joe Hart. Good morning. We got NX, BTC Dump, Theta Pump. Kane there, Benjamin. Hello, guys. Good morning to you on this fine Thursday morning. But yeah, BTC on the midterm right now. Let's jump to the midterm. Did enough on the short term, guys. If you're just joining and you missed the short term there, I will be summarizing that probably about an hour in or somewhere along the lines of that there. So yeah, as you can see here on the midterm, we do have this falling wedge coming through, right? Pretty attractive. It's pretty attractive. We're getting touches. We get in these touches all the way down. I would have liked another touch here, but not quite getting there, and vice versa to here. We could be moving this trend line down to get that and take this bit as a bit of spillage, right, and just count that as another touch coming through there. So yeah, I would be inclined to say this is a pretty attractive chart pattern that we've got coming through here, and we did see a point of resistance getting formed yet again, right, and that's it's an inclination. I really need to Google whether that's the word. Would you have tips for someone looking to starting to trade? I would trade with a demo account, bro. Literally just trade with a demo account until you can actually see yourself making profit. Otherwise, you're just going to lose money. And practice TA at least minimum for 1 hour a day. Minimum for 1 hour a day continuously for probably 6 months until you just drill it into your head. Thursday night in Australia. Cool, bro. Thirsty Thursday. My dog's going nuts. Apologies for that. So yeah, target right now would be to the top side to get over this falling wedge that we've got coming here through for Bitcoin on the midterm, and that's sat at around that 37,600 mark. And yes, that does correlate with these horizontal points sat on the shorter term timeframes there. So that is going to be a good target. If we can get over that, there is going to be likelihood for a potential trade position to think about, guys, to think about in terms of a long position. We could be looking at something along the lines of this. Obviously, I mean, to be honest, we have just come up pretty goddamn steep, in my opinion, on this 4 hour. So we do need a bit of correction. Yes, we have had a consolidation period here on the 1 hour, but look at the 4 hour. It's still pretty parabolic in a sense, right? You have a little drink of the water. Oh, very nice indeed. So yeah, in terms of being that parabolic right now, we're still up to that level. So I would be inclined to say if we are going to break to this top side, we're going to see some resistance. The first point of resistance is going to be this lower high point here at that 39,163. And then after that, we've obviously got these lower highs as well to get rid of. So yeah, if we are going to be looking for a long position here, we're obviously going to come up, potentially have the resistance here, come down, have a retest. And this is going to be our entry, guys. This is going to be our entry. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, just educating you guys on potential positions that you could be researching yourself, right? I'm not saying take the positions. I'm not a financial advisor, right? So yeah, in terms of a position that I would potentially be taking, it is a long position off this. It would be a level of support when we do actually break it to the top side, right? And in terms of a percent for that trade, we could be looking at something along the lines of 15%, something along the lines of that. But that is obviously on the basis that we're taking profit at all of these points, right? Obviously, gridding our take profit. Morning, fam. Nice to see you on the chain there. Vodka North. Nice to see you back on the chain, the stream there, bro. David. Will we see BTC on 50k in August or somewhere near? Potentially, bro. Potentially. Let me get to the long term and I'll see if I can answer that question for you there, sir. I would like to see. It's obviously depending on whether we get to that bull market barrier, which I will get to. But yeah, in terms of this potential long trade here for the midterm here for Bitcoin, we would be taking profit at this horizontal level of support at that 39,163. We'll probably take a nice, probably third of our profit there, and then we'll be moving our stop loss up. Obviously, our stop loss is going to be below below this resistance line to the downside here. We're at stop loss around this sort of zone. Obviously, we do have the 55 coming up as well, so that could act as a very nice level of support for us. So a stop loss will potentially be below that if we are looking for that long position. And then obviously, once we see a take profit point get hit at this 39,100, we're then going to be moving our stop loss up, right, to above our entry point. So yes, if we do see that insane rejection yet again, we're going to get stopped out, right? We're going to get stopped out, but we're going to be in profit. It's going to be a profit. It's going to be a profitable trade because, one, we're above our entry. We've already taken a third of our profit, and that's just on the basis that we see a rejection point coming through here for the second time because remember, as I said, we're getting on a retest here. This is going to be our entry after the rejection from this point, and then we've tested this zone probably like over 4 or 5 times now, so it's likely that we are going to have a break to the upside and not come back down and get stopped out. But it's a profitable stop out at the end of the day, right? And then the next take profit point would be at this $40,000 Bitcoin, $40,000 and 431 there, next take profit. And also we do have this 200 moving average to think about as well for another take profit point. I mean, personally, we do have a lot of fundamentals coming down in terms of resistance, so I wouldn't potentially be looking for the completion of this measure move here around that 15%. I think that's pretty goddamn greedy in my opinion. But yeah, definitely something to consider in terms of a trade to the upside if we do break, right? But yeah, at this point in time, I can see, as I was saying, a consolidation period happening here, and that's obviously meaning that we're gonna come down to this 55 potentially, come down to this 55, and that's sat at around that 35,989. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this happen today. A little come down to this 55, and then a potential bounce point coming up from there. Let's see what the RSI is saying, and we'll get to some a better conclusion coming through from there, right? Yeah, we're above the downward sloping resistance line coming through here, currently acting as a lovely level of support if we can come down and test it. So yeah, if we do see this correction in the price here coming down in terms of the selling power, we are going to be looking for a lovely bounce off the 55. Crucially, we need to be watching this zone on the RSI here. If we don't watch this zone on the RSI and we blindly blindly, I'm not going to get into position like that at all. Yeah, if we're not watching this zone, or if you guys are in any positions like that, potentially long positions or anything like that, right? You would be wanting to watch this RSI zone for a level of support. If you can get support on it, looking very good for another wave up, in my opinion, potentially for another test of this top zone of this rising wedge. But yeah, at this point in time, referencing back to that long position that we were just speaking about, the potential, all in speculation, of course, we are still pretty high on the RSI in terms of that buying power, so I wouldn't be expecting that anytime soon. Would be expecting it probably later down the line, once we've had a nice bit of consolidation period, and then we can think about a break to the upside. Probably when we're probably near enough oversold here, if we do get that momentum to the downside here in terms of the selling price action, then we could be looking at a long, and this could be our long position, and then we're going to see the resistance correlate with this zone on the RSI as well in terms of the downward sloping resistance line. But yeah, crucial point would be to watch this level of support coming through here. Do you know what apps I can practice trading on? I actually think there's a way to practice it on TradingView, bro. There is a way. I'm not sure. It's called paper trading. I think it's called paper trading. And it's, if you just, I don't know how to do it personally, because I've not done it. I did it with a demo account and just doing it on TradingView myself. But there is a way you can actually trade on TradingView. So if you Google, I think it's called paper trading, and then paper trading on TradingView, then you can basically practice all your TA and enter trades on TradingView, and then basically it does take profits and all that juicy stuff there. So that's a great way to practice without actually risking any of your equity, sir. Yeah, in terms of a bounce point or consolidation period, this is what I think is going to happen today. We do need it after this insane run up yesterday, right? I mean, best case scenario, we do break and we see a nice consolidation along the top side of this zone, and then we can see potential test of this 39,163. But yeah, that is on the basis that we do find a level of support on this downward sloping resistance line, as I was just saying down here, right? Now, the MACD right now, we have seen this insane bullish crossover to the upside. Obviously, that was that insane pump coming through there. And we're seeing it fizzle out, right? So we're seeing it fizzle out, so that's an indication that the trend is coming to an end. The trend is coming to an end, but in previous history, if I can find it, no, there's no example there on the 4 hourly there, but in previous history, when we see a bit of a fizzle out like so, sometimes, yeah, there we go. We can see a bit of a fizzle out like so, and then potentially progression to the upside from there. So I wouldn't rule that out anytime soon. But that would obviously mean we would need to find that crucial level of support on the RSI to see that uptrend have that continuation, right? So yeah, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all there, Benjamin. Let me jump to let me finish on Bitcoin, and then I'll jump to Kane's request there. We hit 11 likes, guys. We smashed that 10 like mark. 10 like target, so thank you ever so much for that. Absolutely amazing. Really good stuff from you there, guys. Appreciate all your support. But yeah, at this point in time, I would see a resistance point coming through in terms of a horizontal trend line coming through. Horizontal resistance point at this 604 mark on the MACD here. So that's definitely something to take into account, guys. And as you can see, we're really pretty far away from a bullish crossover. We're pretty far from bullish crossover. So what I could potentially see here is these two moving averages come up. We consolidate for a bit, as I was saying on the chart. We consolidate for a bit here. And then later on in time, we have that bearish crossover coming through. And if we do have that bearish crossover coming through, as I said, we got time. We got loads of time, right? We got loads of time, and that's obviously going to give the RSI a little bit of time to chill out, potentially losing that horizontal resistance point coming through there. I think that's pretty much the midterm sort of summed up here for Bitcoin. Man, why is BTC Kitty Man is here? Why is BTC pumping? Why isn't it pumping, or why is it pumping? It's not pumping, bro. Never knew that Chester was a fan of sneakers. Yeah, bro, big sneakerhead. I've got like 35 pairs or something stupid. I have laid off it recently, just because like the sneaker market is kind of dead, and obviously with all the lockdowns and stuff, you can't really wear a lot of your nice shoes out. But yeah, I've got quite a few pairs of sneakers out here, bro. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, do you think Elon's responsible for this major dump? No, it was actually Trump, Mr. Daven, sir. Trump said he doesn't believe in Bitcoin, and that's obviously had quite a wave of effect throughout the big guns in the water, the big whales in the water holding the Bitcoin. Because a lot of people actually followed Trump for financial advice because he's actually pretty good at business. He might be a bit of a knob, but he's pretty good at business. What up, Cloud9? What up, Cloud9? Nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. Let's jump to the long term here for Bitcoin. As we can see here, tens only as well on the chat. Absolute OG out here. Been here from the beginning. All of you guys are OGs, I do believe. Very, very cool stuff. I do appreciate the continued support, right? Continued support. And you guys probably saw my absolutely mental stream yesterday. It's absolutely crazy, right? Jordan 1s are the ones I'm into, but can never get the decent ones in time. Yeah, you got to enter like 50 raffles, bro. It's so dead. You probably mean the Jordan 1 highs. Probably the Jordan 1 highs. For me, I'm not a mid guy. I'm all about the highs, the high tops, not the lows or the mids. I think they're just they're for the people. Sup, Chester? Is this a fake out again? ICP is going down. Yes, it is going down. It's continuously going down. Oh god, the chat's going off again. Crazy. Now let me just finish Bitcoin, guys, and I'll jump to those requests. And look, we've got 24 viewers, guys, so we got time. Got 18 likes, amazing stuff, guys. Can we hit that target of 20 likes? That'd be absolutely brilliant. For you guys hitting me that support, absolutely amazing. Yo, Chess says Tyler, nice to see you on this back on the stream, bro. But yeah, as you can see here on the long term here for Bitcoin, we have actually cleared this 10 moving average, acting as a juicy level of support. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be surprised if we came down and gave it a little cheeky test. But yeah, that would reference to the. Let me jump to the 15-minute because we were discussing this. This channel coming through, right? We did have this little tiny mini channel coming through here for Bitcoin. So if we are going to break to the downside from this channel, it is likely that we are going to see that 35,500. But yeah, as I was saying, we do have candle body closes in terms of a higher low being created here in terms of a resistance point here. So that's around that 35,600. Now back to the long term here. That would mean that we do lose this 10 moving averages here, 10 moving average here. But if we look at that 36,289, if we get to that 36,289, yeah, it's near enough holding that level of support coming through if we do break later down into the channel. So yeah, it's an indication we could see a bounce point from that point there. So yeah, definitely a point to watch there, guys, on the 15-minute there, and also on the 1 hourly. I think we have the 21 moving average coming down as well, acting as a level of support. So yeah, very, very good stuff in there. Very, very good stuff indeed, right? Very, very good stuff indeed. NX, I'm going to make you a moderator because you're an absolute OG out here. And I could use the helping hand if we do have those insane spammers yet again, bro. So yeah, I've just given you a moderator status. Moderator status. Yeah, jumping back to the long term here. Obviously, we do have this pretty big horizontal point of resistance coming through. Currently acting as resistance. Yes, we do need to currently find support on that. That would be ideal. I could probably move that down a bit. I'm correlating with a few more candle body closes here. So yeah, that's around that 36,688 there. Could be looking at a nice bounce point from there. Currently finding a nice level of support there. Next target to the upside on the daily here would be this 21 moving average sat around that 38,000 zone, and it would be very, very nice to touch that indeed. And that would mean we are going to break to the top side of this falling wedge on the midterm here. But I would expect some sort of trap, at least some sort of resistance point being formed here. Obviously, we do have these lower highs to continuously think about in terms of targets here. But as I was saying here, if we do see this point get formed here, it's likely we're going to see resistance from that. So that is an indication that we are going to see basically a trap coming through on this falling wedge on the midterm. And that's why we wait. That's why we wait, guys, for that retest, because we don't like getting trapped out. We're here to make money. We don't like getting trapped out. It's exactly the same as that. Happy to be a moddy mod. Chester got a haircut today. Girl's going crazy. I got a haircut yesterday, actually. And actually, no one noticed on my stream, guys. I'm joking. Yeah, I actually got a haircut yesterday. It feels a lot lighter. It's great. Very skin. See a lot of skin. I've probably got my headphones on, but see a lot of skin indeed. See a lot of skin indeed. I do need to trim out the beard. But yeah, that's for another day. That's for another day. Let's get back to crypto. Enough about me. Mr. Kane and NX building a nice rapport there. Good to see the two mods on the stream there. Let me have a little look at should we call it for Bitcoin? That's pretty much Bitcoin done. I did sum up that for around 26 minutes there, so quite a long time there on Bitcoin. So let me jump to let's jump to some requests here. I did have in the chat there Vechain and ADA for Kane to start off the day on this fine Thursday morning. And we just smashed 20 likes, guys. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's set. I'm not going to set another target. 21 as well. Just smashed another like in there. So amazing stuff from you guys there. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, crazy stuff there, guys. Thank you ever so much. So yeah, this is ADA on the 4-hour. As you can see, we've had this pretty dominant ascending triangle playing out for quite a while. Granted, I would have liked another touch to the lower side here on this level of support line. But we didn't get there. But it's not the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, we didn't invalidate this high low like we have on a lot of charts. So that is basically an indication that we are going to see the progression to the upside, because we are continuously setting these higher lows, right? Very good stuff. In terms of a shorter term target for ADA, let me jump down to some smaller time frames here. Let's see if we can get a better gauge for that, right? We are below all major moving averages here on the 15-minute, so that's an indication that we are going to see at least some sort of resistance when we're coming up to this $1.58, $1.58, $1.59 sort of mark there. So yeah, definitely a place of resistance that we're going to find there, guys. Definitely a place of resistance that we're going to find. What about ICP? Graph going down only. Yeah, graph going down only because it is just going down. It just goes down. I don't know the fundamentals of ICP there, but I would like to probably do some research on that because everyone's just screaming about it for some reason continuously. So yeah, it might be something that I would be inclined to do some research on myself. But I haven't actually jumped to that conclusion as of yet, right? So yeah. That might be something to consider, guys. Might be something to consider. Do some research on ICP because if the fundamentals are looking really good, then it's definitely going to be a buy point because it is at the lowest of low. But in terms of a chart, in terms of TA, it looks pretty horrendous. I'll get to ICP though, and I'll show you that chart. In terms of ADA, what's happening right now, we do have this rising wedge in terms of the short term here. We're going down today. Why don't you see this? Well, the thing is, bro. Thumbnail pictures are just funny. Yeah, the thumbnail pictures are jokes. I do expect a consolidation period here, and we do have a lot of support to the downside here, sat around that 36,300 zone, and that is for Solmir. But yeah, there is resistance points coming through here, so I'm not going to argue with you with that, but we do have a lot of support acting to the upside here. So yeah, I would expect at least some sort of consolidation period before we break down or we break up. But yeah, consolidation period is definitely needed for the day, probably riding along this 55 at around that 35,900 sort of zone. I don't see us having imminent dumps happening anytime soon unless we see some fundamental news come through. But yeah, back to 88 for Vechain there. Yeah, as you can see, we do have this rising wedge coming through on the 15 minutes. So we'll use the 15 minutes to get a bit of a gauge of what's going to happen here. We would be potentially looking at breaking to the downside here. We've broken to the downside here, but we do have this higher low point to think about in terms of a target. It's not looking so bad coming through here. I would be inclined to say we are looking for that reversal in the price, that progression to the upside, but we did invalidate this this higher low here. So it's looking like we are going to come down potentially and test this sort of zone around here, around that $1.54 before seeing that progression to the upside. But crucial that we don't invalidate this zone here at this $1.53. If we do, that's pretty much confirmation we are going to see a test of this major support line coming through here on that giant ascending triangle coming through there on the longer term time frames. So yeah, in terms of a short term target to the upside, it would be to smash through all these major moving averages here. And that is, we'll set a target here for $1.58 there. So yeah, that would be the target there for ADA on the short term here. But yeah, not great that we invalidated this high low. But yeah, not so great, I must say. Not so great, I must say. Let me jump to a bigger time frame and see if we can get some gauge. Yeah, as you can see on the hourly time frame, we do have this downward sloping resistance line coming through on the RSI. So obviously that is going to act as a pretty big point of resistance, as we can continuously see, right? Continuously seeing that through ADA. So it's likely that we do have that a bit more continuation to the downside here because we are still central on the RSI. Did you know there is a chest coin called Chester coin? Yeah, someone actually said this to me before. There is a Chester coin out there. It's pretty funny, right? Yeah, pretty funny stuff, guys. But yeah, I would be looking at ADA having a bit of a reversal in the price here. If we are going to see that reversal, we have come back down to that central point in the RSI, which is great, right? It's going to be great. So we are going to see that progression to the upside, hopefully. But we need to basically take into account for ADA this test zone here. This test zone on the hourly is this downward sloping resistance line. And as you see from previous history, as I just said, we're likely to find resistance off this zone. So it's definitely something to take into consideration here. If we do come up in price. If we do come up in price, we've got the 55, we've got this horizontal point of resistance here, that $1.58. So that's definitely another point that we need to think about in terms of a resistance point. If you guys just bear with me, I do need to go shut my dog away 1 second. I will be right back, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to Crypto Chester. Sorry about that, my dog's just doing laps around the house and barking like crazy, so I didn't want it to ruin the stream here, guys. So yeah, back to ADA right now. As I was saying, short-term targets to the upside. If we are going to see it, we would need to clear these volume weighted. I just ran down the stairs like crazy. The volume weighted ATR band, not the volume weighted ATR, but these two major moving averages coming through here. We've got the 21 moving average and also the 55 moving average coming up here that we do need to think about in terms of a target. We also have got this horizontal level of resistance playing at that $1.58 there. So yeah, definitely a point to think about in terms of getting a level of resistance. And as I was saying there, on this downward sloping resistance line for the RSI, we're going to basically be looking at finding resistance at that point as well, which is going to correlate with these zones coming through here. So yeah, I would be watching this zone at the $1.58 there for a bit of resistance at least, right? Good entertainment even when he isn't talking. Okay, I don't really know what you mean by that, bro, but maybe referencing the chat there. Let me jump to you said in the chat, you said at the start, Kane, it was Vechain or ADA. Let's do a bit of Vechain for the Vechain, the veterans out there. Let me have a little look. Vechain, same sort of scenario here with Vechain. Let's jump to the 4 hourly here and see what we can gauge from that. Obviously, it's all the same sort of charts here. That ascending triangle pattern coming through pretty continuously on all the charts. And yeah, if it's coming through on all the charts, it's likely that we are going to see quite a few fake outs on a lot of them. But we are going to potentially see some. Good morning there, Joe Hart. Nice to see you on the stream there, bro. We are likely to see some fake outs happening if it basically is happening, if this pattern is on all the charts, which it is currently doing, right? So yeah, I would be aware for that. But at this moment in time, for Vechain for the 4 hourly, in terms of a short-term target, let's jump down to some time frames here and see what we can gauge from this. We do have a bit of a rising wedge pattern, which I can just see straight off the bat here, just coming up in terms of a trend line coming up like so, and then another trend line coming up like so. So yeah, we do have this rising wedge pattern, which we actually just broke to the downside here. So yeah, we do have this rising wedge pattern broke to the downside here on the 1 hourly time frame. So I would be inclined to say that we are going to come down at least and test this higher low zone coming around here around that 11 cents and 40. I wouldn't be surprised if we did do that and saw the resistance playing out from this point. But guys, it doesn't mean that we are going to essentially always come down here. We are actually setting new higher lows here, which is not a bad thing. I would be looking, if you are going to see that progression to the upside, it would be to eradicate this lower high in terms of this downtrend coming through here, because obviously we had a little bit of an uptrend coming through here. This blue candle being formed here. So this would correlate as the start of this downtrend, this mini downtrend that we've seen on the hourly time frame. So yeah, that would be the next target in terms of invalidating this lower high in terms of that progression to the upside. But with that being said, you will have the level of resistance playing out on this upwards, this rising wedge pattern playing out here. So yeah, you would see that resistance playing out there at that $11.89 if you are going to see the support point be formed. But yeah, as I was saying, I would be inclined to say you are going to come down to this zone here before having that bounce to the upside again for Vechain there on the short term there. And also, we do have the downward sloping resistance line to take into account here on the hourly time frame. So yeah, I would be inclined to say if we do see that progression to the downside, right now it is going to look pretty good in terms of a bounce position, because this downward sloping resistance line is on the lower side here. It's on the lower side. It's on the lower side. It's on the lower side of the RSI, right? So if it's on the lower side of the RSI, we're not actually going to find a resistance, right? As you can see on the top side here, we're actually going to find levels of support continuously, which is nice. So we do need to take that into account in terms of a level of support here. So if we do see that price come down, it's going to be pretty juicy indeed in terms of a bounce point to think about. And that does correlate with what I was just saying in terms of this lower high point that we've got playing out here, right? So that's sat around that, that's the wick. So that's around that 11 cents and 40. Yeah, definitely a good point to think about, guys. For Vechain. And I think someone's saying in the chat, can we get Vechain to touch $1 by the end of the year? Maybe. Sophia says, hi Chester, really enjoy your T8. Can you give me a T8 for Ethereum to Bitcoin? Bitcoin chart, Ethereum to a Bitcoin chart. Yes, I would put you on the list. I'll put you on the list once I've got through everything else there, Sophia. And nice to have you on the stream here. Vechain prediction, price prediction for the end of the year, and this is for Guru Kiran, OG on the stream. You've been here for a very long time indeed. Let's jump to the daily and see if we can get a gauge from the daily right now. As you can see, obviously, since the start of this bull run, we've seen that insane progression for Vechain, right? That insane progression, which not a lot of people thought that we were going to have for Vechain, because they're still pretty I don't want to say unestablished, but it is China were pretty heavily invested in this, and we all know how China are with crypto. they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. They shake it all about, right? So yeah, what's happened here? We have obviously seen this crypto crash, the crypto dump. So we do need to find well, we've had the crypto dump, the consolidation period to validate that. Ideally, we want to see the progression to the upside here. But I remember as we got to the top side of this bull market here, around April, we actually saw the momentum stop. We saw the momentum like change. It just went down, right? And it was actually behaving erratically to a lot of the other cryptos and according to Bitcoin as well, right? So so we did actually see a lot of the momentum change. A few uptrends coming through here, nothing really mental, and then then it changed to the downside again. So I did see a lot of in a sense, the support for Vechain die out after this insane run to the upside. I think a lot of people were just in it for the cash, the straight up cash. So yeah, I would be inclined to say we are going to have a bit of trouble. We're going to have a bit of trouble with Vechain, but on the way that it's going at the moment, the way that it's progressing at the moment, recovering from this crash, it's not so bad. It's not so bad, but by the end of the year, I'm not really sure on the market cap for Vechain here, but by the end of the year, it's pretty ambitious to hit $1, right? Because that's it's just like 900%, right? So yeah, it's pretty ambitious to get all the way to the dollar. So yeah, I mean, by the end of the thing is, right, if we see a bear market play out this year, which we're all looking for on the bull market barrier here for Bitcoin here, if we do see the bear market play out, which is this bull market barrier. If we're blue, we're in a bull market. If we're red, we're in a bear market, right? So if we do see this bear market, which we're currently in, play out, right, and this isn't some sort of fake out period, then obviously it is going to drag a lot of the altcoins, near enough all the altcoins down with it. And with the uncertainty with Vechain, with the momentum dying out when we should have been having that progression, it's likely that Vechain is going to follow the trend with Bitcoin there. But with that being said, right, if it does get adopted, a friend of mine was saying about a lot of the partnerships that they have got coming through at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty good fundamental to think about as well. So yeah, it's all in speculation here. If we do see some insane pumps to the upside, that's going to be very, very good for Vechain indeed. But yeah, I'd be a bit up in the air with it, right? I would be a bit up in the air with it. I wouldn't be chucking the lot in. I'd be spreading yourselves out there, guys. Let me jump to what was the next request there. We did Vechain. Let's go back on the chat for you guys here. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday morning. Let me just say that right now. Fantastic Thursday morning. And thank you to everyone who was supporting my stream yesterday evening. It was amazing. Was my best stream yet. Let me have a look. BTT looking good. And this is for 10s only. That's BitTorrent, right? BTT. This is for 10s only. OG on the stream here has been here for quite a goddamn while, I must say. Quite a while, sir. Let me jump to let's jump to the 4-hourly. Let's jump to the 4-hourly, see what's going on on the 4-hourly. As you can see, the symmetrical triangle playing out from this consolidation period from this previous dump. We didn't see the measure move play out to the upside here, which is what we were talking about before when we looked at this. Probably better on the 1-hourly, as we can see here. Yeah, we didn't see the measure move play out to the top side, and this is a great example actually, because we would have come down. Sorry, we would have come up and then we would have waited. We wouldn't have been in the position here in terms of a long position here. We would have waited. We would have waited for that retest. We would have waited for that retest coming through here. Entered our nice long position. Taken a nice bit of profit at this 55, and then taken another bit of profit at this horizontal resistance point there. So yeah, it's a great indication of the non-completion of the measure move. Great example there that we do actually sometimes see a bit of resistance playing out there, and that obviously means that we have taken profit twice on the way up. So if we do see that basic rejection, and we would have actually probably closed our trade looking at the momentum to the downside there off the resistance of this point. That's obviously just managing your trades as you go, guys. So yeah, we would have seen the resistance play out here, and would have been like, right, yep, time to close the trade, time to get out of there. We got out and we would have made profit here, and we would have still been way above the entry point. So yeah, great profit being made there if we were going to be in that trade for BitTorrent there. But yeah, at this point in time for BitTorrent, let me get rid of these this symmetrical triangle now, because that's obviously played out there, guys. Yeah, in terms of a support level coming through here, we have just broken another level of support. Probably more of a rising wedge sort of pattern coming through here that I can see right now. Probably a rising wedge pattern coming through here, and a bit of a fake out playing out to the top side straight away, and probably catching a few people out coming through here. Yeah, we have actually broken to the downside, but don't get too excited that we are going to come down we are going to come straight down here, because in terms of a measurement to the downside from this point, it's not very big at all. It's tiny, right? It's pretty tiny indeed. So yeah, worst case scenario, you come down, you test this higher low point, sat at around sat at around this 36 there, which is like a third of a cent there. So yeah, the worst case scenario, you do come down and touch that and bounce from there. Not the worst case scenario. That's probably the most likely scenario I can see playing out here, because as you can see, you are in this downtrend here. Granted, on the shorter term time frames, you are seeing these high lows get created continuously on these hourly candles, and you are seeing these lower highs get in a sense eradicated there. We didn't quite get to this major one up to the top side here, so it would be an indication that you are going to see a bit of resistance off this price action channel and the continuation to the downside in terms of the trend. So yeah, I would see this as a potential target to the downside here at that 36 in terms of that live price action there, guys. And that was for tens only, right? Cool name, bro. Absolute OG on the stream. What was next in terms of the Cloud9 was CRV when you get a Mo. I think that's near enough all the requests there, apart from Sophia. I've got you down there. CRV. Let me run down. T Fuel. I've got T Fuel for NX and then CRV for Cloud9. Let me do T Fuel. We all know what's happening with T Fuel. It's just gone. It's just started mooning, right? It's just started mooning. And as I was saying on my streams before, we did actually hit well above that all-time high point here. We did smash through the all-time high at that 55. And I said, look, guys, the chances of us coming back down and testing this all-time high is pretty likely after pumps like this, right? And a lot of people were talking about this T Fuel, and that obviously put a lot of FOMO into the market. So it literally was around this point here. I was like, right, guys, I would be inclined to take a bit of profit here, probably all my profit here, because as we said with ADA last time, I actually got out. I was in a really long trade. It was going for God knows how long. It was going for ages, and it got all the way up to $1.97 ADA it got to, and then I was like, right, yeah, that's smashed through all-time highs. I'm literally gonna. It was literally around this point here. If we were copying the chart for ADA at this when it happened, I was like, right, yeah, I'm at the top. That's enough. I'm not being greedy here. I'm taking my profit in terms of the risk reward. I took my profit, and then it just carried on pumping. Obviously, we know ADA got to like $2.48, I think it was. But yeah, obviously ADA kept on pumping, and I was saying yesterday, look, if you do take profit here and you do keep on pumping, don't be annoyed, right? Don't be annoyed, because you've still taken a nice lump of profit if you were in this wave to the upside here. But I said, look, the chances of us actually coming down and testing this previous all-time high in terms of a support point coming down here is pretty goddamn likely, right? So yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, take some profit here, guys. But yeah, at this point in time, we are looking for a nice bounce point. We're looking for a nice bounce point off this previous all-time high, which it's not looking so bad. We have had one wick here on the hourly, which it's been a pretty scary wick, right? Pretty scary wick, setting that low point in terms of this downtrend coming through here. But as you can see, we have seen this this high low point come up as well, and the support that we're finding, you can see they're just wicks, right? Actually, the candle body closes are really quite high up, so it's an inclination. We need to Google if that's a good word, if that is a word. It's an we're getting signs here that we could see a nice level of support getting formed here, because the buy power is pretty strong indeed from that previous all-time high. So yeah, not looking so bad as long as you keep setting these high lows in terms of creating that trend reversal. We could be looking at some more potential growth here for Theta Fuel, because we have seen this consolidation, the retrace, which has made all of this in a sense valid, the validation of this pump. Otherwise, as I was saying before, we could have gone parabolic, and then we could have just absolutely dumped off an absolute cliff there. So yeah, good stuff happening here for Theta Fuel. I do have high hopes happening in the next few days or so. Not bad, not too bad, and it's quite nice to see that my prediction played out there for Theta Fuel. And what was next? It was CRV there for Cloud9. CRV. One hourly chart, we did see these insane pumps. I think it was when Bitcoin was doing its crazy stuff going through there. Yeah, we've seen these insane pumps here for CRV. Let me jump to a bigger time frame there, get a bigger gauge of what's actually happening here. I mean, not the best in the world, but still I wouldn't say the worst, because we're not seeing these high low points get invalidated like we are seeing on a lot of the charts here. These high low points are pretty crucial in terms of holding support. Granted, we did invalidate one here, but we have seen that buyback power, that momentum to the upside switch, which is good indeed. And you are above near enough all the major moving averages here. Granted, you had just lost the 200, which isn't great, but you do have a level of support sat here at that $2.36. Yeah, $2.36. And also, guys, you've got levels of support at the 21 moving average, the price action channel, and also the 55 moving average as well there, guys. So yeah, not so bad at all. 27 likes, guys. That's absolutely amazing. Can we get it to 30? Can you turn that thumbs up blue? Really, I would really appreciate that. Obviously, on new YouTube, we need a little helping hand here in terms of the YouTube algorithms. And it is helping, guys. It really is helping. I had my most successful stream yesterday. I actually had 7,500 people come through to the stream there. It's absolutely crazy stuff there. But yeah, in terms of resistance points that you can see to the top side here, we do have that coming through there. And yeah, it's a bit of a potentially a nice little channel forming here on a falling channel coming through here for CRV, and that is for Cloud9 out here. We are looking at potential resistance point coming off this point, as we can see here. So I would be inclined to say that we are looking to come down, potentially even test this this 55 zone here. But yeah, take into account you do have that previous higher low point, which you did invalidate, yes, but it's still going to act as a level of support nonetheless here at that $2.19 zone there, right? So yeah, I would be inclined to say you're looking at a nice little potential bounce point off there. But yeah, I would be watching that point pretty crucially, because if you don't bounce off there, your next target to the downside is this $1.92, and yes, it's not good that you are setting this lower high here from this previous high point here. Granted, yeah, you did invalidate this lower high, but yeah, you are seeing that resistance play out, and you are losing this zone here. So that basically means you could see that retracement play through pretty easily. And also on the RSI here, you're pretty central, so that's basically means you can go either direction, right? You can go either direction right now. Let me see if I can get some downward sloping resistance lines coming through. I mean, we got a pretty dominant one coming through here that you can see pretty obviously. Pretty bad drawing there. Yeah, something along the lines of this, right? You are seeing that downward sloping resistance coming through there, and that obviously does correlate with this zone in terms of selling power off the top side of this falling channel, right? In terms of the MACD, let's have a little look on the MACD, what's happening here. Yeah, we do have also the same sort of thing happening in terms of, that's the wrong tool, in terms of the buying power to the top side here. We are going to see some sort of resistance at least play out from this zone if we are going to see this uptrend, and that's probably a reason why we're seeing this uptrend basically fizzle out now, guys. So yeah, I would be looking at this in terms of a bearish crossover happening pretty imminently there. Cloud9 basically having that confirmation of the rejection down to this horizontal support point of that $2.19 there. Yeah, so that is CRV there for Cloud9. Let me jump to, I think it was Sophia next. Let me see. Everyone's saying ICP. I did a lot of ICP. I think it was Sophia. Morning, Chester. Morning, Neelesh. Great to see you on the stream there, bro. Absolutely amazing to see you on the stream. Supporting me continuously. Yeah, Sophia. Hi, Chester. I really enjoy TA. Can you do Ethereum to BTC, please? Ethereum to BTC. Let me just bring that up there. Ethereum to BTC. Boom. Ethereum to BTC right here. What we got coming through? We are looking at bouncing off this 200 moving average coming through here, and this is for Sophia. We are looking at bouncing off this 200 moving average coming through here and finding a level of support around that 6 cents there. That would be the ideal bounce point, but as you can see, the momentum to the downside is pretty strong, right? It's pretty strong indeed, and that's basically an indication that you are going to need at least some sort of either a correction to the upside or a consolidation period around this zone here. Yeah, let me get rid of this. I think that's a Fibonacci line from the bigger time frames. But yeah, as you can see here, we are going to see potentially a level of support from that point on the 200 moving average there, and also we do have this this high low point coming through here as well that we need to think about if we do lose this 200 moving average, right? I don't really see us losing this 200 moving average, and we do need that buying back power. As you can see here on the RSI, we're pretty much oversold here, so we do need that. Well, we are seriously oversold here, so we do need that buying back power or consolidation period to see that the return. So for us to return into the central point of the RSI here, we are going to need that at least that consolidation period, which is an indication that we are going to see that bounce point off the 200 here. I would be inclined to say that we're not going to come down to this level like as of yet, because obviously if we do see that, we're going to be just ridiculously oversold here, and the likelihood of that happening is I mean it's pretty low, right? It's pretty low to come all the way down here, and we usually just find a nice level of support around this sort of zone here. So yeah, I would be inclined to say you're looking at a nice bounce point in terms of a first time target would be off this 200 moving average that we've got coming through here. On the 4 hourly, let's jump down to the 1 hourly and see what we can gauge from that there for you there, Sophia. Nice. I see all your requests coming in there in the chat, guys. I will be jumping to them pretty shortly indeed. Let me just get this one out the way. Let's jump to the 1 hour right now. You have just cleared the volume weighted ATR band, so that is an inclination that you are going to, I'm inclined to say that you are going to come up to this volume weighted ATR band, and basically, because usually on the 1 hour, if we lose it, right, we trend below it, but we always reclaim it, right? We always reclaim it. Let me see if I can get some more. We always reclaim it or act it as a pretty crucial level of support. I don't know what is going on outside my house, but sounds like someone's smashing something up. Yeah, so obviously, as you can see here, we could be having this sort of thing repeat itself in history. I'm comparing it to that 4 hourly time frame as well, looking for that consolidation period, that retrace in the price there. So yeah, this is obviously the volume weighted ATR band coming through, which we have broken, right? We have broken. So ideal target for now would be that retrace up to the top side, seeing that 7 cents, and that is going to correlate pretty well with the 21 moving average coming through here. And yeah, we are overextended as well on the RSI, as well on the hourly, right? So yeah, definitely something to consider there in terms of the upwards momentum getting formed, or at least some sort of consolidation period maybe coming up, resistance, and just finding consolidation period along this sort of zone here to basically reference this insane dump to the downside which you've just had here. So yeah, let me jump to another request there, and that's obviously all the short-term targets for you there, Sophia. And let me jump to another request. I did do ADA Rinshad at the start of the stream there, bro. But I will jump to that. Probably it won't be right now, because I want to get a few other things out of the way, and a lot of people have just seen ADA. So I'm going to do Ethereum Cash for Vodkanov, I think. Vodkanov. Yeah, I'll do Ethereum Cash for you there, bro. And then I'm going to be doing DOT for Guru Kiran. Hey mate, did you go over Phantom? No, I didn't go to Phantom. Who likes my new profile picture? Just a coin to the moon. NX, you are funny, bro. Let me jump to Ethereum Cash. Ethereum Cash. Wouldn't that be hilarious if you all change your profile picture to that? Oh god, that'd be jokes. Ethereum Cash right now. Let me jump to the 4 hourly. Let's jump to the hourly. No, let's jump to the daily and see what's going on the daily. A lot of stuff happening on the daily right now. We did actually obviously see this insane wick to the downside here, which is obviously creating a crucial level of support coming through here at $49.65. Yes, we did see a lot of momentum to the upside recently with Ethereum Classic. Nearly said Ethereum Cash there. Ethereum Classic there. That's because of Bitcoin Cash, right? Yeah, we did see a lot of momentum to the upside here. And I'm sure you guys are aware of that when we saw these parabolic run-ups. And that's why we're having these insane correctionary periods coming through here. Obviously, this is the crypto crash coming through. And then we're seeing the validation coming through from that crypto crash coming through there, right? So yeah, what I was saying here is basically Ethereum Cash does have a knack to follow. Ethereum Classic does have a knack to follow Ethereum, and that's why we saw these insane pumps to the upside here, because this is when Ethereum was doing its madness and went from like I think it was 1,800 all the way up to $4,000, right? So yeah, I would be watching Ethereum for an indication of where we're going to go in terms of Ethereum dominance, right? But yeah, in terms of a resistance point coming through here, on terms of the daily target, you're sat around that $63.09 zone. You do have a lot of resistance playing out from that zone to think about, right? A lot of resistance playing out from that zone to think about. So yeah, that would be a place to watch if you are going to see that pump to the upside here for Ethereum Classic. Let me jump down to a smaller sort of time frame here. See if we can get a better gauge. Yeah, that trend line is coming down pretty dominantly, continuously, right? So yeah, I mean it's just a downtrend that I'm seeing here. Let me jump to the smaller time frames, see if we can get a better gauge. You are seeing this downtrend. You are seeing no lower highs being invalidated continuously. So yeah, it's not looking very good, I must say. And you did invalidate these high low points coming down here. So I would be inclined to say you are potentially going to come down here, and your next target to the downside would be the candle body close of this previous higher low point coming up there. I would be ready to say to you there that we are looking at a potential bounce point from this horizontal support point that you've got playing out here, sat at around that $53. Personally, you do need this to happen. You need to at least bounce off this zone. If you see yourself come down lower, then I would be looking at targets to the lower side of this zone here, sat at around these support points of that 45. K Mackenzie, get a t-shirt and everything. Jokes. I do want to get some mugs made soon. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, as you can see here, this would be a crucial point for you there on Ethereum Classic for a bounce point. If you don't see a bounce point from there and you do lose the support you've got playing out here, then it's not looking good, because you are going to invalidate this high low and then potentially even come down and test these levels of support around that $45.84 there. So yeah, not good at all in terms of Ethereum Classic right now. But yeah, if you were looking for momentum to the upside, I would be watching Ethereum pretty closely for that. Ayush, yeah, I'll get to link for you there, sir. Let me jump to, I think it was Dot there for Guru Kiran. Let's go to Dot. Oh, goodness me. In terms of Dot, pretty messy chart that we got coming through here. It's obviously from the TA from yesterday. Obviously, you can see, I need to slow down a bit, guys, don't I? Obviously, you can see here, we do have this rising price channel here. This rising price channel, lots of touches continuously to the upside. Not so much. I would have liked a few touches to the downside here for a bit more confirmation, but no touches. We got at least 5 touches coming through here. So yeah, not so bad at the end of the day. And we are currently finding a level of support on the major moving averages coming through here on the 4-hourly time frame, which is not bad at all. But we do need to reference what we just seen here. This insane uptrend coming through here. We do need some sort of reference period coming through here. In terms of a consolidation zone, and hopefully we can look at a short-term target of holding this 55. If we can hold the 55, sat at above the $23.30 mark, get a nice candle close at least above there. Ideally, you want a candle close above the $23.70 mark. That would be absolutely amazing. If you can't get above that, then I would be inclined to say you're seeing a reverse in the trend, because obviously you're setting these lower highs here. What the hell is going on outside my house? It's just so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I really hope you can't. Don't want it to ruin my stream here. But yeah, so as you can see here, I would see a target to close at least above that $23.70 mark. That's on the 4-hour. Let's jump to the RSI, see what's happening here. Yeah, we do have a downward sloping resistance line coming through on the RSI. So if we are seeing this selling power come off, we're looking at a potential support point being formed here. Potential support point being formed here in terms of a bounce. So I would be crucially watching this zone here. If we correlate that with the actual live price here, potential we are going to come down, lose this 200 moving average that we got coming through on the hourly, which is going to act as a level of support currently at that $23.27. Then we are likely to bounce off one of these major moving averages if we are correlating with the RSI here. But yeah, I would be watching this pretty crucially. If we can correlate together, that's going to be ideal in terms of a bounce point. That's going to look pretty good indeed. But yeah, if we can't, then there's going to be momentum to the downside and momentum to the downside in terms of the live price there for you on Dot. Let me jump to what's next. Thanks for that. Just appreciate it. Not a problem at all, Cloud9. ADA, as I said, I did ADA earlier. Rinshad, you can rewind the stream and go back to it. But I no doubt I'll cover it again, because I know people do request it continuously. I just don't want to bore people on the stream here. Let me do KSM there for Tyler. Tyler's an OG on the stream, seen him on there quite a lot. KSM here, so I do appreciate your support there, Tyler. Yeah, KSM actually got the altcoin of the day as well as not. As well as Dot. I was looking at Neo as well, because Neo claimed that as well, so that's why I said not. But yeah, KSM smashing through targets here, smashing through these high points here, which is looking pretty good, pretty bullish indeed. I must say, we do have this dominant level of support that we need to think about if we do see that insane crash. But it's one of the only cryptos that I have seen here that have actually smashed through this grey box target, right? This grey zone this dirty grey zone. Obviously, it is these dirty lower highs that we do need to think about crucially, especially for the Bitcoin chart in terms of resistance, right? Because you can see how big the resistance is that plays out from these zones, right? And that's obviously what caused the next lump of crash, and that's basically what caused all that stuff. So yeah, they're definitely very, very crucial points to look at in terms of breaking through. But yeah, KSM has done the madness. It has actually smashed through. It has actually smashed through this this grey box zone, which is very, very nice to see. I must say, very, very nice to see. I would be inclined to say, I need to think of a new. I would be prepared to say that we are potentially going to come down and test this zone. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because obviously we have seen this insane pump to the upside here in terms of a percent for this pump to the upside recently. Let me get rid of that. In terms of the pump to the upside recently, what we have seen is literally been a 55% pump. So we are going to need at least some sort of correctionary period from that. And currently at this point in time, we're down around 9%, right? We're down around 9% from seeing that a previous high point in terms of these uptrends coming through here. So yeah, it's not looking so bad. You could be seeing a bit more of a correction coming down, potentially coming down to the 55, maybe even a little wick to this grey box zone before continuing further. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just actually did chill out and have that consolidation period along this 21 moving average and along this level of support, sat at around that 480 mark. So yeah, definitely a point to watch there for yourself. for yourself. Who was it? Tyler. For yourself there, Tyler. Yeah, it's definitely a definite point to watch to yourself. But as you can see, this volume weighted ATR band, pretty crucial point. You did clear it. Great stuff. But you have actually come below it. So that's obviously going to act as a level of resistance to the upside, right? As you can see, you break it, you come back to it. Simple as that, right? Let me find some, yeah, you can see here, we do have pretty dominant levels of resistance playing out along that volume weighted ATR band. So yeah, I would be expecting a bit of consolidation along that sort of zone, and that's sat at around that 512 there. If we jump to the 4 hourly, see where it is on the 4 hourly, because we can use that as a gauge for another target for basically a wick up to get over on the hourly, and that's sat around that 578. So yeah, that would be a potential price target for yourself there, and look, that is correlating pretty well with a few points of resistance playing out here. So yeah, that definitely be a point to think about. And yeah, KSM is on a madness, as Mr. June and first name 7 says. So yeah, let me Chester, you should make your mic louder. I keep getting told this, right? I need to definitely think about this. Maybe I'm not talking into it enough. It should be picking up my voice. It's a pretty good mic. Is anyone else finding this? That my mic isn't loud enough? I'd be really interested to know. Thank you, Chester. Not a problem at all, guys. Not a problem at all. Let me jump to what was next. BNB for Abu Dun. Nice to see you back on the stream there, Abu Dun. I've seen you on here a few times now. So I do really appreciate the support there, bro. Let me have a look for BNB. BNB there, as you can see, straight away we have cleared. We're not in line to invalidate these high-low points. We're not invalidate to you should learn where your volume button is, perhaps. Oh, very cheeky from Kane there. Morning, Gamer God. Nice to see you back on the stream. Yeah, very, very cheeky there from Kane McKenzie. But yeah, are you guys having is anyone else having the volume problem at all, or is it just me? Or is it just Toy Wolf? Interesting, because that might be affecting the stream in general. 36 likes, guys, absolutely amazing. Really appreciate the support. Can we get 40 likes on the stream? That'd be amazing. Yeah, had my best stream ever yesterday, so I do really appreciate the likes. They obviously do have an amazing effect. Your mic is too quiet, bro. Interesting. No problem for me with sound. Your mic is pretty good. Okay, interesting. Right, maybe. I don't really know what to do here. Maybe thing is, if I'm having it here, right, and I'm talking right into it, it's very. I can't see the screen properly, so maybe I should just learn to look through the mic like cross-eyed or something, right? So yeah, maybe I should try that, or maybe adjust how it picks up my voice or something like that. Fine for me. Okay, guys, appreciate. Sounds like an angel. Appreciate the support, guys. Yeah. So yeah, what was I saying there? In terms of BNB right now, let's jump down to some smaller time frames. Obviously, we do have this rising wedge that we had playing out here. We're going to be moving that this trend line up to this side here now, and looking at a nice level of support, sitting around that 349 zone. Truly not bad at all. Wow, 600 subs. Congratulations. Yeah, bro. I had a madness yesterday. I had 7,500 people come onto my stream, or in and out, which is just absolutely insane growth for me. Obviously, the most I had before that was like. No mic is better when you moved it the first time. Oh, okay, interesting. God, this is really playing up. I'm going to have to do some tests on this later. Job for the day, eh? But yeah, I had 7,500 people come through on my stream. So yeah, the likes that you're giving me, guys, literally, even if it's like one like a stream, that actually helps the algorithm so much. So I do, honestly, I really, really appreciate that from all the OGs in this stream here. Yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, in terms of BNB right now, we do have this rising wedge playing out. Not the prettiest in the world, but we do have this rising wedge playing out, and we do have this level of support to the lower side set at around that 348 there. We are below all major moving averages here, so that is signification that we are in a downtrend at this point in time. We are fizzling over, right? We didn't eradicate this lower high point in terms of this target, in terms of this uptrend, right? So that's an indication that we are seeing this downtrend basically play out a bit longer, unfortunately. We are seeing it play out a bit longer. Let me jump down to a smaller time frame, see if we can get a better gauge into what's happening here. I can see a bit of a channel playing out here to the upside, or is it? Yeah, just looking at it. Let me see if we can get a channel coming through here. Something along the lines of. I mean, it's not very good. It's more of a rising wedge pattern in terms of the smaller time frame coming through here. As you can see, like so, right? As you can see, like so, a bit of a rising wedge pattern coming through like so. And then obviously we have broken that to the downside, right? So I would be expecting at least some sort of bounce around this lower high point, or some consolidation around that 351 there. Yeah, definitely a point to go. Definitely a point to look at there in terms of a resistance point, in terms of a bounce point, in terms of a reversal of this downtrend that you're finding on the hourly time frame here. In terms of what's happening on the RSI right now, you're actually coming down to a pretty crucial bounce point here in terms of a downward slope and support line you've got coming through here. Was resistance, now it's acting as a nice level of support. As you can see, we do find pretty good levels of support off it. That's a pretty bad example. We do find pretty good levels of support off it if we do break through it to the upside. Yeah, so I would be looking at a definite bounce point from this zone, and obviously the lower it goes in terms of the RSI, the more valid it becomes. So yeah, definitely a point to consider there, guys. Chester the thick boy says 2 up. That's my brother's things there. So he's the thickest of all boys. But yeah, so would be a crucial point here for BNB to watch whether we are going to find a level of support. If we're not, I'm definitely inclined to say, prone to say here that we are going to see a sell-off in for BNB here and see that continuation of the downtrend, potentially even coming down to the lower side of this giant rising wedge which we drew on the 4 hourly here, this giant rising wedge. So I would be inclined to say we could potentially come down to that zone here. But yeah, crucial point to watch would be that RSI on the hourly time frame there to see if we break that zone there. If we do break that zone, as I was saying, we would be looking at coming down to that point. And the correlation of the bounce point for this upward slope and support line here, the bounce point for that is going to correlate with being oversold in the RSI. So I wouldn't worry as of now to breaking this to the downside here. I would be just looking for that bounce, potentially even a little consolidation period. Where we basically fizzle out on the RSI and get back to that central point where we're happy, where it's not stressful. Yeah, that's kind of BNB summed up for you there. Who was it? BNB for Abu done there. I think it might be because my mic, I think it works better when I'm pointed it like that. I think someone just said that. So let me know if this is working better, guys, when my voice is speaking like this. I'm trying to pick it up on my thing like that. Hello, hello, hello. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely better, I think. Thanks a lot, Chester from Sophia. Not a problem at all, Sophia. Nice to have you on the stream here. Hey, Hammy, just moved over from Hammy's stream. Beats to join yours. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. No, I can't hear him still streaming, so it might be a Bitcoin Beats raid incoming here, guys. So yeah, let me jump to another request for you guys here. Any requests, guys, dump them in the chat. Or should we do a little summary on Bitcoin here? Because let's do a little summary on Bitcoin, see what's happening for Bitcoin here. As you can see here, we do have this channel to the downside here on the hourly. We did actually come down and we did test the lower side of this channel, which is what I was talking about, right? I was talking about, God, we did dump, right? We did dump significantly since I started the stream there, and we did actually test the lower side of this channel here. So yeah, not great, right? It's not great, but I would be looking for at least a point of support here, acting from these lower high points here that we are sat around that 36,262. That is pretty goddamn crucial indeed, and we are finding a nice bounce point off that in terms of support right now, which is pretty good. If we are to lose this channel, we actually have got a new measurement to the downside here. Obviously, this downtrend here is signified a new measurement to the downside. So if we do lose it, we could be looking at a potential little scalpy short position down to that $1.55, not $1.55, that 1.56% there. And obviously that is correlating with a nice level of support at 36,678 there. So yeah, crucial bounce point that we would be looking for there if we are to lose this this channel to the downside, right, in terms of a reversal of the trend, right? But yeah, so let's jump to the hourly, see what's going on here for the hourly. Yeah, we are finding a nice level of support as well on the 21, and that's why we're having a consolidation period around this zone. So I would be looking at a potential pump to the upside here. That's going to be the ideal situation here for Bitcoin. And yeah, we're near enough back to that central point. Might not look at quite like that, but yeah, near enough at that 50 mark. A bit more momentum to the downside or consolidation, and we are going to see the momentum form to the downside here. And then we could be looking at another pump to the upside, which would be very, very good indeed. But as I said, yes, worst case scenario, we do lose this channel. We do come down to this 35,678 zone, and then we bounce up from there. Not a problem at all. And as we can see, we do have a lot of support in terms of moving averages coming through here, acting in our favor, right? In our favor. Thanks for the BNB update. Ready for the market now. Not a problem at all, sir. Hey, Chester, I have a request. When you become famous, please don't forget the kiddie man. The kiddie man. I will not forget the kiddie man. Did you learn the same mentor as Hamilton? You two use different methods. No, I didn't learn from the same mentor as Hamilton. I think he learned all his trading stuff in China, right? But I learned pretty much off my own back. And my brother obviously taught me a few things, and then I just studied my absolute arse off. But yeah, everyone has different trading tactics here. Every trader is different, but it is great to take an insight from loads of different traders there. And yeah, that's what you do. Use many different pieces of information for a trade, put it together, and then get a gauge from there on what you think is going to happen, right? But yeah, let me jump back to another request here. Oh no, we're on BNB. No, we're not on BNB. We're on BTC, right? On BTC, as I was saying here, this would be crucial if we do lose that to the bottom side. Let's look at this falling wedge pattern coming through on the midterm here. Falling wedge pattern coming through on the midterm here. We are seeing this resistance play out. We're looking at potential bounce point at this 55, and yes, that is a bit of a correlation point with the downwards momentum coming through here. If we do lose this price channel to the downside here, right? So yeah, that would be a definite bounce point I would be looking for, and obviously you can see the consolidation period around that zone. So yeah, in terms of a bounce point, I would be inclined to say we could have another consolidation period. I wouldn't be surprised at all, right? I wouldn't be surprised at all. So yeah, it could be a bit of a flaccid day yet to play, but we potentially thought that yesterday. We thought we were going to get rejected at 35, but no, we absolutely smashed targets to the upside and completed that head and shoulders pattern like crazy, right? And a lot of people on the chat, actually, we did a voting system, a little poll here, and we'll do one of them. We'll do one of them in a minute, I think. Actually, we did a voting thing on the chat here, and a lot of people saying no, it's looking like we are going to see that rejection off that 35 zone, and that was correlating with a downward sloping resistance line on that RSI here as well. So we had a few things coming in telling us that we were going to see that rejection, but no, it didn't plan out. And I think there was like two people that said that we were going to go to that 37,000 mark there, and one of them was Nilesh, and the other one I can't really remember who the other one was. Might have been Alexandru, just off the top of my head there. But guys, what do you think is going to happen right now? Do you think we're going to find a resistance point off this 55 at that the support point at that 35,900, and we're going to bounce from there and see the progression to the upside? Or do you think we're going to have the continuation to the downside? One, if you think we're going to have the continuation to the downside, and we've got a potential target of these lower high points, these higher low points coming through here at around that 34,000. So one, if you think we're going to 34,000, and two, if you think we're going to come up and test the top side of this falling wedge again at 37,500. Be really interesting to see. So two to the top side, one to the downside. Let's see what the narrative is here for you guys on the stream today. Now let me jump to the long term here. For Bitcoin, as you can see, we've just lost this horizontal level of support, currently sat at 36,688. Unfortunately, that is not too good indeed, because obviously that's the previous candle body close from that insane dump to the downside. So we were looking at a potential bounce point to come up from there. Yes, we have lost it. Yes, the next target to the downside would be the previous candle body closes on the daily, and that's sat at around that 34,650 there. So yeah, a few things to take into account there. So a lot of people think that we are. Oh, it's a pretty split narrative, right? Pretty split narrative coming through. So we've got the 4. We've got 6 people saying that we're going to go down, and 4 people that were saying that we're going to go up. 3 stay in channel for a week. Yeah, good insight there. Keep up the hard work there, says Vashu. Yeah, do appreciate the comment there for the grind that I'm putting in here. Really do. 2, but I'm internally optimistic. Yes. So well, it is Bitcoin. You got to be like that. Voice is a little low. For goodness sake, is it? For goodness sake, guys. I'm gonna definitely have to configure this mic a lot more. Bought a really good mic, so I wouldn't have to do this. But yeah, I'll definitely take that into account, right? Unless Vashu, your volume wasn't turned up, right? Adam down. Adam thinks it's gonna go down as well, right? Adam thinks it's gonna go down. So you're basically all saying that you were gonna lose this this falling channel coming through here. Whereas who said that it was 3 Thick Boy Slow says that we're gonna basically have this continuation of this channel to the downside for quite a while, right? But yeah, so interesting insight seeing you guys coming in the chat there. Voice is fine. Thank you for the insight. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to I do watch my streams back, and it does sound alright. So I don't know if it's your guys' volume or maybe it's where I'm talking. So if I'm talking like this, it's not going to pick up. You just sound tired. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, man. Well, that's what happens when you get to stream 5 hours a day. And it's quite emotionally challenging when you're streaming to I was streaming to 400 people last night, and I've never ever had anything like that in my life. So I finished the stream and I was like, oh my god, I'm absolutely shattered now. So yeah, there's a lot of emotions in terms of the brain that comes into tiredness in terms of streaming, right? Which I didn't know that was even possible. So yeah, guys, get your requests in the chat and I'll jump to them ASAP. Can you check DXY for Toy Wolf there? I'll jump to DXY for you there. Very interesting on the narrative. It's pretty split 50-50. DXY to wrapped Ethereum. That's all we've got here. Yeah, can't really do a lot with this, bro. Just in the gauge, it's just going down. I can just see it going down. Really, there's not really a lot going on. It's pretty goddamn awful. I don't know the fundamentals of this coin. Obviously, it's very new in terms of where it's been listed, and it hasn't really done a lot this year. It's considering the bull market we've been in, and it's just been dumping ever since the bull market begun. So yeah, not a good one here. Not a good one here at all, Toy Wolf. Not good, sir. DXY looks reversey. It looks reversey because you're at the absolute low, bro. Yeah, you do obviously have this pump to the upside here. Let me do some percents on that, see if we can correlate that as a pump and dump. Not quite, 35%, not so bad. But yeah, probably just a bit of promotion coming through here. But yeah, I wouldn't be dumping any life savings into this anytime soon until I see at least some consolidation or some sort of support point being formed, right? But yeah, very hard to see. Enough with the volume messages. It is distracting for everyone. Yes, sir. Well done, Kane McKenzie. Exactly. Let's see. Voice is fine. Voice is fine. Yeah, that's probably my bad for asking everyone if my voice is fine. I'm streaming to 7.5k more, like Glasto performance last night from Crypto Chester. Brilliant stuff there from NX. It was a crazy time for me last night. Any Telegram group, create one, please. Yep, the next thing on my list is a Telegram group and a Discord for you guys because I want to build a community. And the Crypto Chester community, that'd be absolutely amazing to have all of us in maybe a voice chat all the time, trading together 24/7, or even just because I know some people don't like to talk on their microphones and stuff, or even just a TA thing where we sharing screens and doing stuff like that. Oh no, just DXY. Interesting. Let me jump to Matic, and then I will do Rainy for Damien. See if that's a thing. It's dollar index. Okay, interesting. Let me jump to Matic here, and then we will see if we can find that one for you there, Toy Wolf. Let me have a little look here for Matic right now. As discussed, this insane pump to the upside. We all know Matic, right? We all know Matic, and we saw this insane pump to the upside. We saw the insane recovery, right? The insane recovery which we had, which was pretty unheard of, and it gave Matic a lot of promotion in that sense, and that's why we saw this insane consolidationary period. And guys, on my stream, usually you would see, as I usually say, this consolidationary period here. I thought this was the validation. I thought this was the validation for this insane pump here, and obviously this insane dump here. And we were chilling out here, and I was looking for another move up, right? What is a thick boy? Go to Bitcoin Beats stream, and you can learn exactly what a thick boy is. That's my brother, by the way. Go to his stream, check his thing. Following the stream, make me mod. Cheers. I can't just make everyone a mob, bro. But I do recognize your name. So once you've seen your name a few times over, right, then you're gonna get mod status. Like Kane has been here. He's been probably on like, I've done like 25 streams or something like that. So he's been near enough on all of them. So yeah, that's why he's got mod status there. So yeah, if I see your name, Abhishek, I will see. I'll definitely see for you becoming a mod in the future, bro, if I recognize your name continuously. In terms of Matic right now, we would be looking at testing this lower side of this falling wedge that we got coming through here, and that's sat at around that $1.37 there. So yeah, I would be inclined to say we're going to see a bounce point off there, but be cautious because we do have a downward sloping resistance line. Can you just check fundamentals for Rainy? Just one Medium article called The Light Paper. I won't be checking articles on my stream, bro. One, because I'm a pretty crap reader and I can't be reading on stream. That's why I struggle to pronounce all your names. Do you have any signals group? No, I can't give signals, bro. That's financial advice, and I can't be doing that, or you're going to sue me. Simple as that. I do give my insight into potential trades there, but yeah, that's why I think we could get away with obviously not suing each other and stuff if we're all sharing screen and it's like a community where we're all trading together. What's up, my man? Says Plurat there. Nice to see you back on the stream. But yeah, in terms of Matic right now, if we are going to see the progression to the upside, we do need to think about this crucial level of resistance in terms of this downward sloping resistance line here. As you can see, it plays out pretty strongly indeed, right? Pretty strongly indeed. So yeah, if we do see a spike in Matic, we do need to think about this zone pretty crucially here. But at this point in time, Matic is just looking like it is going down. It's just going down. No, it's just having a nice consolidatory period for that 230% bump, I think it was. Let me do a little thing for that. Yeah, 226% pump there. So yeah, that's why Matic is kind of coming down and basically having that chill out zone. I would be liking another pump to the upside for Matic, and it does need it because a lot of people are losing hope for Matic as it's just going down. But yeah, so if we are going to break to the top side here, we will be looking at a potential trade. Obviously, once we've cleared all these crucial levels of resistance, first target to the upside would be would be this 21 moving average coming down here. And also this 200 moving average as well at $1.49. So yeah, I would be looking at progression coming up from there in terms of support points being formed. If we do see resistance from there, we would be seeing basically a curve over from there. But ideally, we want to find levels of support in here, and that if we do find levels of support for Matic here, and we know the pumps that can actually just happen with Matic like in a matter of minutes, right? Well, not minutes, but hours, right? So we know if we do see some sort of price action like that, we know we're going to have a nice level of support being formed here for Matic, and that's basically a good incentive for a nice long position to the top side here, potentially looking at 13% gain for that trade there. But yeah, in terms of a short-term target, it would be to actually come up and find support on this 200 first at that $1.49. And also that $1.45 for the 21, and the price action channel here sat at the 1 hour time frame here. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. You are still setting these higher low points continuously from this lower zone coming through here in terms of this trap from losing this falling wedge pattern that we got coming through here. So yeah, it's not looking so bad as long as you see some sort of rejection to the upside from here, and you don't actually come down and invalidate this high low. If you come down and invalidate this this high low point here and actually come down below it, I would be inclined to say you are going to see the progression to the downside from there, and then we could be looking at a potential short position out of this falling wedge pattern coming through here, right? Obviously, we need to take a few things into account, like retests and stuff. Like as you can see here, we did come out. A lot of people would have been like, right, I'm long, and wait for this measurement to the downside here. But no, we do wait to come up for that retest, and it was a trap, right? We did see that retest, and we did see that reclaim of this falling wedge pattern here. So yes, we would have been trapped out if we were to just jump into a long with all of our short there with all of our might. So yeah, this is why we don't just jump into it. We wait for that retest and then see what's happening with the price action there, and then basically see where we're going from there, right? In terms of progression, if we were to see the reversal happen again in terms of the trend, then it would be confirmation for a potential short position there. So yeah, I would be watching for that in terms of live price action for Matic, right? If you are to break to the downside. I don't want to be rich. I'm only here to convert scammers into humans. Yeah, there needs to be more humanity in the world. Let me see some more requests. Is it a DXY to dollar index? Let's have a look at that for Toy Wolf there. DXY to dollar index. Yeah, this is a stock, bro? Yeah, I think it is. Like, it means I'm not gonna do it, I'm afraid. But yeah, it's not so bad. You haven't validated this high low point. So yeah, I would be inclined to say you are going to see that progression to the downside. But with that being said, you have smashed through these lower highs coming through here. You are currently testing this one, and you are finding resistance off that point there. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do for you there. Your target point would be that $90 zone to see that progression to the upside. But you do have support at that $90.15 to consider for yourself there, sir. What is next? Request, guys. Get your requests in the chat. Has anyone ever told you you look like Jack Jarrett? No, sir. Nobody has. Yeah, guys, if you like the stream. Oh, we got 54 likes. Absolutely amazing stuff from you guys there. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Pin your Twitter handle in the chat, please. I can do. Potentially. I don't really like doing this on stream here. But yeah, you can just literally search it. It's on the screen, right? I think that's right. See if that's going to work. NX, thanks, bro. Where are you from? Yes, that's my Twitter handle, guys. What I would say about my Twitter, I don't really like promoting my Twitter because I'm more of a YouTube guy myself. But I would say if you do want instant updates, I would follow my Twitter, because YouTube, in terms of me going live and stuff, because YouTube are pretty lazy in terms of their notifications. We don't usually get them very fast. So yeah, I would be inclined to say follow my Twitter, and you know exactly when I'm going to go live there. Have you went through ETH already? I'm just going to jump onto ETH for you there across Canada. Absolute OG on the stream across Canada. Do recognize you for a while. Crypto Chester pump and dump group, we all going to be rich. Oh no, thank you. Lucky Strike, I will jump onto Dot for you after that. Oh god, here comes everyone in the chat. Stop spamming, don't spam, and I got mods now, bro. You're gonna get absolutely done over if you are gonna spam the chat here. Anyone spams him, I will find you, says Kane. Yeah, in terms of Ethereum right now, it's not looking so bad, because we did actually hold the line in terms of not invalidating this higher low point, this crucial higher low point in terms of this uptrend which we got forming here, and we're finding a lovely level of support to the lower side of this ascending triangle here. So yeah, pretty good stuff here for Ethereum. We are currently testing this zone here, so ideal target for All YouTube, stop, man. Ethereum, please. Yes, you're getting Ethereum now across Canada. You're probably like a few seconds behind, so that's probably why you put that there. I'm on Ethereum, right? Yeah, I am on Ethereum. But yeah, so I would be looking at finding a nice level of support here, at least on that 2,511 zone to see that progression to the upside. If you do lose it, your next target would be this a bounce point off this 200 moving average. As you saw on that previous 12-hourly candle here, you did see that bounce point happening there. So yeah, ideally you want to find a bounce point there. If you do, unfortunately, if you do come down and you start invalidating these lower highs, I would be inclined to say the next target for yourself there is this $229 for Ethereum. As you can see, pretty big bounce point there for Ethereum to consider, right? And that's the long term here. In terms of the downward sloping resistance line that we've just seen here on the 12-hourly here. Let me jump to the 4-hour. I think it's going to be more effective on the 4-hourly. Yeah, more effective on the 4-hourly here. As you can see, this is pretty crucial as we're trying to find a level of support on it here. Trying to find a nice level of support on it here. So I would be watching this. Would be watching this with was timed out for 300 seconds. Yep, well done, bro. You've modded your first dude. So yeah, I would be inclined to say this would be a pretty crucial point to watch in terms of this downward sloping resistance line here, in terms of Ethereum, to see where the price action is going to go. If we are going to get a bounce off this, we are going to get a nice bounce off this lower side of this ascending triangle as well, right? Chuck McNorris. Triangles, yes. Yes, sir. Ascending triangles on Ethereum right now. But yeah, that would be the targets for Ethereum to the downside if you were going to lose that zone there. In terms of targets to the upside here, let's jump down to a bit of a smaller time frame coming through here. I do see a rising wedge pattern coming through here, just looking off the bat. I do think here, maybe wrong, guys, maybe wrong. Let me see if I can get something coming through for you guys here. Like so. Yeah, bit of a rising wedge coming through here, which we have actually kind of lost the lower side of, but it could be a trap to the downside. If we are looking for potential measure move to the downside, I think that probably will correlate with a potential trap on the bigger time frames here. I'm seeing that seeing that lower high point getting created here. So I would be inclined to say if we do see the continuous price action, I wouldn't be spamming. I wouldn't be spamming in the chat. You're gonna get blocked. Or you're gonna get moderated from Vechain and NX there. So yeah, as you can see here, if we do see this downwards momentum on the lower side of this rising wedge, and also the lower side of this ascending triangle coming through here, I would be basically inclined to say that we are going to have to actually come down from there and look at a completion of this measure move. In terms of a percent for this measure move on the hourly time frame for a dump for Ethereum would be around 3.9% there. So yeah, definitely something to take into account. And obviously that is on the speculation that we lose the RSI downward sloping resistance line currently acting as support, right? If you find support on that, we're looking at progression to the upside. But if you were looking for a potential trade there on the lower time frames, you would be looking at for the rejection here on the 4-hourly time frame here. So yeah, definitely something to think about there for Ethereum there. So yeah, definitely watch that point there, guys. Definitely watch that point there. Let me it's a bit strange. let me jump to another request here. How do you choose the right time frames? The 1 hour, the 4-hourly, and the 1 daily. So for me, I use the 15-minute to get a gauge of what's kind of happening. A lot of people scalp on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. I usually trade on the 1 hour or the 4 hour because they're better for swing trades. And then the daily, the weekly, and the monthly are better for those bigger trade positions there. God, big yawn. That's all that streaming getting to me. Yeah, so that's how I choose my time frames. I mean, it's pretty simple in terms of trading. You just favorite the ones here, and then you're going to have them on the top bar coming through here, right? So yeah, that would be something I would recommend doing. And then you can just flip between them pretty easily and get a gauge of what's happening on all the different time frames coming through here. Thoughts on BNB says pump Binance. Of course, it's on BNB. Very funny. Let me do thoughts on BNB, and then I'm going to jump onto Stap for Mr. Sushi Man there. Mr. Sushi Man for sushi there. Done Ethereum here, and then let's go. Someone says when Lambo. For me, it's not a Lambo. I'm going to be getting a McLaren, right? I'm going to be getting a McLaren, and hopefully not too long indeed. Not too long indeed. But yeah. Pump Binance was timed out for 300 seconds. 300 seconds. It's a long time. Let me do BNB. Let me do sushi. God, everyone's getting moderated like crazy. Sushi for Stap there, and then I'll be doing BNB there for Mr. Timeout Pumpy Binance. Mr. Timeout Pumpy Binance. But yeah, guys, I'd like to create in terms of spamming rules, I want to say If they spam 3 times, then time them out or block them. Well, not block them, but do your moderating stuff. But I'd say like twice is fine. Any more than 3 times, then yeah, that's when the moderators should be stepping in and saying, no, bro, come on, sort your shit. What do you do for work before becoming a trader? I was a plasterer, bro. I was a plasterer, and it was like the worst times of my life. Worst times of my life, and that's why I got out of my 9 till 5, and I sweated trading in the evenings after coming home from a hard day's work, plastering walls on site and stuff. And yeah, now I'm a full-time trader, and I love it. I love my life. I love my life. Any chance you could check out Doge there for Kevin? You know what, Kevin? For you, sir, I will. I'm going to check out Doge. Let me do Sushi. Let me do BNB. And then Doge is next on the list. Personally, I don't like Doge. But for you, Kevin. Listen here, Kevin. I will. I will. That's a Wolf of Wall Street quote. Not just calling you out there, bro. But yeah, in terms of what's happening here for Sushi, we do have this pretty awful. It's pretty awful descending triangle coming through here. No, descending triangle will be straight horizontal like that. So yeah, we're in a falling wedge pattern here. Not very attractive, I must say. Pretty awful indeed. In terms of touches, in terms of confirmation of this is going to play out. So I would be inclined to jump down to potentially a bigger time frame and get a better gauge. Let's get rid of these lines here. They're pretty ugly in my opinion, right? We could just use these as definite levels of support to think about if we do come down to that zone, because obviously we are seeing support continuously being played out here. I would be inclined to do something along the lines of this, right? Maybe a potential channel pattern coming through here, and we do see a top side here getting obviously that resistance played out there. Thank you, sir. Not a problem. Man hates Doge. Yeah, man does hate Doge, bro. Man hates Doge out here. Why are there so many spammers suddenly? It just happens, man. It just happens. But yeah, not a problem, Kevin. I'll jump onto that. So Sushi, BNB, and then Doge. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have this channel coming through here, and it's looking a lot more attractive than that pathetic little descending wedge pattern that we had there, this falling wedge pattern that we had there. Now we've got a descending channel, ever so slightly a descending channel to the downside coming through here. So yeah, I would be inclined, I keep saying that, would be inclined to say, don't be streaming, bro. You're gonna get blocked. I know you're sending love, but you're gonna get blocked at the end of the day. The mod's gonna get you. We've got the rule of 3 here. The rule of 3. You're still spamming, bro. So yeah, I do appreciate the love, but you are definitely going to get timed out by one of the mods here if you do spam the chat there, because we need to not spam the chat and give everyone a chance to put their requests in. Otherwise, I lose the request, and it's just a bit annoying going back through all the chat there. So yeah, as you can see here, in terms of a point of support would be this this lower point here for Sushi Swap. Unfortunately, you did lose this this higher low point here, so that is an indication you are actually going to have that continuation to the downside. If you do see the continuation to the downside, crucial point to watch would be this level of support at that $9.42, correlating with this obviously we've got horizontal level of support here coming through from this zone here. And also we do have a downward sloping support line coming through from that zone there on the lower side of this falling channel. So yeah, if you do lose that, crucial point to watch. If you do lose that potential position to the downside, I would be looking at the next target. I don't think we're even going to get anywhere near that low, but the next target to the downside would be this candle body close in terms of the level of support at around that $7.44. I mean, with the things that's happening in terms of the fundamental side of Sushi Swap here, they've got some great things happening in terms of their exchange and all of that. And I just think we need yield farming and staking and all that juicy stuff there to go a bit more mainstream, and then we're going to see exchanges like Sushi Swap and Pancake Swap, we're going to see those surge in price, but that's obviously quite complicated for the people who don't know trading, who don't know crypto. Obviously us guys, we know it, we know how to just stake our stuff and make percents each day, very good stuff indeed. But yeah, when that becomes a bit more mainstream, then we can, this is obviously for the long term, right? This is obviously for the longer term here. We can see insane pumps coming up from the crypto abyss to the downside here. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but yeah, that'd be sort of the fundamental analysis there. And when we do see that side of things get a bit more mainstream, that's when we're going to see like Sushi Swap, Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, Sushi Swap, I can't even say it, Sushi Swap and Pancake Swap, and those sort of exchanges come a bit more mainstream, and then we're going to see get adopted by a lot more people, and that's when we're going to see the price surge a hell of a lot, because at the moment $9 for me, it's pretty underpriced, right? Pretty underpriced considering of the power that it's going to have, right? You make a lot more money staking your money in crypto than you would ever do in a bank account, right? So yeah, in terms of a short-term target, I would hopefully be staying in this channel and looking for the progression to the upside. But yeah, at this point in time, it's not looking so. I mean, you're central near enough on the RSI here, so it is looking like you are going to have the continuation to the downside, potentially getting a bounce off this low point, as I was saying, that support point. But yeah, definitely a point to watch there for yourself there, sir. On Sushi Swap, to the upside, the target for myself or for yourself there would be this next level of resistance at that $10.37. So yeah, watch that, because you do have the 21 moving average coming down as well to act as a level of support from as well there, bro. Well there, broski. Let me jump to what was the next request there. This is why I hate spamming in the chat, right? Can't really see it. What was next? It was BNB. It was BNB, and then it was Doge. It was BNB, and then it was Doge. It was pretty hard to remember when I'm going through like all this information at once, right? BNB, pretty big rising wedge pattern coming through here. I would say we are likely to come down and touch the lower side of this as this trend is reversing, and we have just broken to the lower side of this mini rising wedge coming through here. But yeah, we do have a nice level of support acting on this downward sloping support line coming through here on the 4-hourly time frame. So yeah, we're watching that crucially for a bounce point. As you can see, we did have a lovely bounce point previously, and as we all know, the OGs on this channel, the lower that we go, Sushi Swap is a house breaker. Kidney man, potentially, bro. As we know, when we do see a trend line coming down like this on the RSI, the lower it gets, the more chance we find support, more chance we find a bit of buying power from there. But it does usually act as support when we get to the lower side, and vice versa to the top side in terms of resistance, right? So yeah, now it's at the lower side. If we do come down, we're more inclined to say that we are going to see a bounce off that in terms of a price, and that's basically correlating with the live price right now in terms of BNB. So I would be inclined. It would be prone for me to say that we are going to have a bounce point off this 349 to 50 zone. But yeah, at this point in time, we do need to start seeing. Well, we've seen a pretty big retraction in the price in terms of around $7 recently. In terms of the last hour or so, hour and a half or so. So yeah, I would be looking at a topside target here. I would be looking at a topside target here of a potential test out of this 55 zone and this price action channel. We are pumping as I'm talking here. Very, very cool stuff here. Love it when that happens. We are pumping as I'm talking here. But yeah, levels of support would be this. I'd say a nice candle close above 364. Then you're looking at progression to the upside from there, and that's going to be very, very nice indeed for you there, sir. For BNB, Cloud9, big pumps. BTC pump. BTC pump. Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! We did see a nice a nice point of support getting played out here, and look at this gain right now. The gains right now, obviously for me, we're way too late to be getting into any sort of little scalp position coming out of this channel here, but this is very good. I would be expecting some resistance at this point now. If we don't find resistance at this point now, the next point of resistance is at that 37,400 zone. Massive pump, CRV as well. Interesting stuff. It's just going crazy, I do believe, but BTC is going to be pushing and pulling everyone up. Not pushing, it's going to be pushing. Well, it could be pushing everyone up as well. It's going to be pushing and pulling everyone to the top side here, obviously with the momentum here. But yeah, crazy stuff happening, and that happened literally in the space of 10 minutes here. Very, very mad stuff happening here for BTC. But yeah, as I was saying, we're looking at a resistance point sat at around this zone here, and it is going to be the third test for this zone, in the most recent uptrend here. But yeah, in terms of looking for that initial progression, more progression to the upside, we would need to break this zone here. But we do obviously have this pretty big resistance line coming through here to the top side as well in terms of resistance. If we can get above that, then jeez, we're looking at a nice bit of progression there. As you can see, for example, we did have a nice bounce point previously. Look at that progression to the upside from there. Granted, we dumped afterwards, but the progression to the upside from there, juicy stuff for this current resistance line. So yeah, I would be watching that for a bit more of a longer term target. Obviously, guys, we are on the 15-minute chart here for this live price here. So yeah, I would be looking for a bit more momentum in terms of a measure move right now to the top side. We're literally near enough complete. We just need that little extra wave to the top side, and that would be a measurement to the upside. But yeah, so if anyone was long there, they got in long as soon as we left. That would be pretty risky indeed. Obviously, it's pretty volatile stuff happening right now. But yeah, you would be looking at a little bit of a successful trade coming through there. God, I'm yawning so much. We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to go for 2 hours today, guys. That's the target for myself. We are at 60 likes. Amazing stuff from you there, guys. Really do appreciate that. 60 likes. Very, very cool stuff indeed. Mass appreciation, and it is helping my channel out a considerable amount, right? Is helping my channel out a considerable amount. And guys, I do this every single morning, and I'm getting an evening stream as well now, guys. So yeah, if you never want to miss one of my streams, never want to miss one bit of my content here, smash that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. You're never gonna miss an upload of mine, right? BTC go to 30k already. Wouldn't that be nice? Massive buy opportunity at 30k. Yeah, BTC support does hold from Kuba there. In terms of a request here, we've got oh, I said I'd do Doge, right? I did say I'd do Doge, and then I'll be jumping onto Nano there for Kyril for Nano. And yeah, let me have a look. T was a successful trade. It was a successful trade. 61. Interesting. 61 likes. Ah, okay. Okay, Grey Face Gang. Do recognize you on the stream. Thank you very much for turning. And the support does mean a lot here, continuously. But let me get to Doge for Doge for Mr. Kevin. Mr. Kevin, sir. Take it easy, Kev. Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street stuff there. Yeah, in terms of the 1 hour right now, obviously the symmetrical triangle played out pretty well in terms of measure move. This is why I say, look, Doge actually trades pretty well, I must say. Does trade pretty well, but yeah, that's played out now. So let's get rid of all that stuff there, that juicy stuff there, and let's see if we can create some more patterns in the charts for us to go off. We do obviously have this pretty dominant level of support, which we're currently testing here for Doge, and then the next point would be I would be going off this zone here and taking this as a bit of a fake out zone here. You got a bit of a channel coming through, right? You got a bit of a channel coming through. So yeah, I would be it's not looking bad, not looking so bad, as long as you're not invalidating any of these major high or low points coming through here for Doge. But as I always say with Doge, just be so careful, because it can just be manipulated by one tweet. If Elon goes, right, I'm never touching Doge again, you know the price is just going to absolutely dump, and vice versa. If he goes, oh, if he just tweets Doge, it's just going to bump up the price, right? So yeah, I would be pretty cautious, pretty goddamn cautious, right? But yeah, at this point in time, we are looking at finding a level of support at this zone here in terms of a target price for Doge right now. It would be at this 33-cent zone and progressing up from there. That's the ideal. Have you done vet yet? If not, could you? I will jump onto you. James. I will jump onto that for you, James, in a minute. I have done it already, but yeah, I'll do a nice little brief for you there. The 15-minute candle is exploding. Yes, it is lucky strike for Bitcoin here. And as I was saying, look, expecting some resistance here. And yeah, we have seen that resistance, and we're looking at potentially coming down and seeing that retracement point retracement point of this top side of this channel coming through there. So if we do reclaim that, I would be looking to come down to see this level of support at that 36,680 there. But yeah, the heavy resistance is really playing off here. But yeah, let me jump to Doge there for Kevin. Take it easy, Kev. And yeah, as you can see, we do have a pretty big resistance line coming down off this channel coming through here. So yeah, it's a bit of a consolidationary period here for Doge, whether we are going to break to the upside or break to the downside. If we do break to the downside, next target to the downside would be this higher low point, pretty crucial consolidation period as well, continuously, and that is at 32 cents and 14, and you would be looking at a bounce point from there. In terms of, that's obviously the hourly time frame here. In terms of if you were looking for a downtrend, right? Sorry, a trade to the downside here, you would be looking at something along the lines of this. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break along this rising channel here, we would be looking for a trade looking along the lines of this, looking for around that 5% there for Doge if we were looking to trade it. XRP, please, Mr. Chester, potentially, sir. 36,300 to 37,200 in a matter of minutes, right? That's obviously some serious buying power there for Bitcoin going on. And I'm not seeing that much reflection in terms of the altcoins following the trend there. I think someone said that CRV did a big pump as well, so we could check that out as well if I run out of requests in the chat there. But I know I'm backed up a little bit at this point in time, so yeah, let me smash those out for you guys. But yeah, in terms of a downwards momentum, in terms of a downtrend here for a short position, in terms of a short position for Doge here, we could be looking at a nice 5%. But I would be saying take a nice juicy bit of profit at this 32 cent 14, just for safety purposes, because if you do get a bounce to the upside there, you're looking at progression to the upside, and that's obviously going to put you back to your entry point for Doge there. So yeah, that's obviously to the downside. If you are going to break to the upside here, we would be going on this this trend here, and this previous trend. It would be obviously. I know we probably would go on the we would go on the latest trend. Obviously, depending on what happens in terms of the price action to get getting to this point, will determine how steep and all of that stuff there. And so yeah, if we just go on the basis that we absolutely plummet it up like we did earlier, here's one I made earlier, and yeah, we've plummeted up like so. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break, I would be inclined to say a potential long position is looking favourable to you, sir, to the upside here. If we do get to that zone there, so yeah, I'll be watching that zone pretty crucially in terms of percent for that. You reckon around 6.7% there, but yeah, that's obviously all in speculation on where we go for this rising price channel here, and obviously nothing I say is financial advice. Obviously I say nothing I say is financial advice. Scalp done, 40% profit. Well done, bro. Well done, bro, if you got in that. Very good. That's from Cuba there. Very cool stuff going on there. Yeah, you're pretty central on the RSI here for Doge, so I wouldn't be expecting insane price moves anytime soon in terms of predicting whether we're oversold or overbought there. But yeah, that's pretty much Doge summed up. Target wise to the top side, it would be to get over this 55 moving average for now at that 33 cent. And 70 what was it, 33 cent and 79 to get over that 55 moving average. I did just could you people do sushi? Looks like it's at rock bottom. To be honest, bro, I did just do sushi probably literally like 3 altcoins ago, so if you do want to check that out, jump back to do that. And what was next? It was is Neo tradable? I hope it's not dirty coin. Let me jump to I did say I'd do Vet for James quickly, but I'm going to jump to Neo because Aboden is first. I'm going to jump to Neo first for Aboden, and then I'll be jumping to Vet, and then I'll be jumping to Neo, please. Looking at trading that coin. Yeah, Neo actually claimed my altcoin of the day, one of my altcoins of the day here, because it's looking pretty up. There's a lot of upwards momentum right now, and we have seen obviously this correctionary period from this insane pump, right, which obviously shows there's a lot of momentum in the market right now for Neo over those 3 hourly period here, and obviously overextend on the RSI at that point there. So that obviously means we're seeing that retraction. We come straight back down to near enough the central point for the RSI, which is very good for Neo indeed. I would be looking at another bounce point, considering you are currently holding this pretty crucial point here in terms of a support. So yeah, I would be looking at progression to the upside here. Target point would be, to start off with, a short-term target that would be 52.52. Good morning there, Tom. Nice to see you back on the stream there, bro. I appreciate your support. In terms of a shorter term target, would be this lower high point here. In terms of literally the next like hour or so, probably not this next 15 minutes, but probably the following hour after that, I would be looking at getting over these lower high points here to see that initial trend reversal. That's what I would be looking for, to see the reversal, and then we could look. Then we could basically flirt with the idea of having the potential of seeing that 53 and 53.90. Asking for 30 minutes. Sorry, bro. I will jump to Nano. Oh god, yeah. I probably missed your request there. Let me have a little look. Yeah, I did. Sorry, bro. I missed your request there, Nano. I will jump to Nano for you there. Kai Real. Sorry, this is the problem with spammers, bro. They just they spam it and then I miss requests, and then I feel bad. I feel bad for you, bro, if I miss your request. So yeah, not good. Yeah, but in terms of Nano here for Abu Dun there, we are looking at a level of support being formed along here, right? A level of support. This is obviously on the hourly chart. If you're going on that, right, level of support being formed here. So we do have a nice level of support being continuously formed here. If we are looking for a bounce point, it is going to be here, right? If we do lose this zone, I would be looking for a target to the lower side of this high low point coming through here, and also we've got another high low point coming through here. So yeah, it's kind of crucial that we bounce off this zone here and see this 200 get kind of tested there. Let's jump to a bigger time frame and see if we can get some more chart patterns and some better gauge of what's sort of happening here. First glance, I can see a bit of a channel. I might be wrong here. Let me see if we can get a channel tool going like so. See if we can get a channel. Yeah, we got a bit of a channel coming out through here. There, a bit of a channel coming through here. We are pretty central on the channel here. So ideally, you want to bounce from this zone, as I was just saying here, a bounce from this zone to the upside as you have validated that pump, having this consolidation period coming through here. Then your next target is the top side of this channel, sat around that 56, 57. If you were looking for a potential trade for this zone, obviously educate yourself on this. Do not be taking this trade that I'm just about to say, right? Do your own research. I'm not responsible for your trade here. I will be looking at a measurement to the top side, looking along the lines of this. Obviously, this is in the future. If we do, obviously, depending on where we break along this line, and the factor that we are continuously setting lower highs, we do need to be eradicating them before we even get into this sort of zone here. So it is a speculatory thing that I'm saying here. We will be looking at a nice 21 near enough 22% there. But as I said, we would be taking a bit of profit at the 200 there, and also a bit of profit at the 18. The 18 at this horizontal resistance point sat at that 67 zone and 87 there. So yeah, that's probably where I'd close my trade. I wouldn't be looking for that extra 3% there. I wouldn't be greedy. I would just take it because obviously we do have this lower high point, the crucial point of that dump that we had before, which I have been stressing about continuously, right? So that would be a good take profit point for us to consider there in the future, obviously, if we do break to the top side, right? Now, this is the bad side of it. We have broken this higher low, right? We've broken this higher low with this point here. So that's an indication that we are going to see that progression to the downside, right? Creating these lower low points continuously in terms of this new downtrend that we got coming through here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, sir, if we did lose this zone here and we did come down and actually test this zone. But I would be inclined to say we are going to have a bounce point from that point and stay in the channel rather than coming down even further. Because if we do come down even further than that, one, we come down, right? We're going to be overextended on the RSI, right? So we are going to need at least some consolidation or a buyback period for NEO there. But with that being said, right, if we do, let's go on the basis we do lose this lower side of the channel. So this is all loads of different things to think about for you there. I'll be done. We do have obviously a measure move to the downside that we do need to take into consideration. I don't think it's going to play out, right? This is just absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, depending on where we're going to break here, absolutely ridiculous. I don't think it's going to play out. And not all measure moves do play out, right? Not all measure moves do play out. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there. I'm not going to bother with a percent for that because that looks pretty ridiculous indeed. We do have these horizontal levels of support. If we do lose this this falling, descending, it's going down. It's a falling channel. It's a falling channel we got coming through here. So if we do lose that, we're looking at a bounce point sat around that $39 and 29.26 in terms of a level of support. And that's obviously the candle body close from that previous dump there. And then obviously we do have another one coming through here, sat around that consolidation bounce point, which we've seen before that insane run up in March for NEO there. So yeah, few points to bounce off here. But yeah, at this point in time, crucial target for yourself, if you're looking at it for the upside, would be to break to this top side of this falling channel that we got coming through here. Right, that's pretty much NEO done for you there. I'll be done. Let me jump to Vet for James. Sorry, no, I'm gonna do Kyril first because he's been asking for ages, right? Nano. Yeah, sorry I missed your thing on the chat there, bro. For Nano, at this point in time, we are in this ascending triangle like we are on quite a few of the charts here. We did, like Bitcoin, invalidate this. Did we invalidate it? Near enough? Maybe, baby. No, not quite. We didn't quite invalidate this this high low, so it is still valid. So it is looking like we are seeing that progression to the upside. It doesn't look like it on a long looking at it from a long distance, right? Can't speak. Looking at it from a long distance, right? It is looking like we are going to see the reversal to the upside now. But yeah, crucial test would be this lower side of this descending triangle, right? If we are to break to the downside on the off chance here, if we break to the downside, we have got a measure move here, pretty ridiculous indeed, setting those new lower lows. So I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. If we do break to the downside here, likelihood we do have a potential trap coming through, like so in previous price action here. I don't see us coming down. We do have a nice level of support in terms of a horizontal, sat around that $6.52 there. In terms of if we do break the lower side of this ascending triangle there. 64 likes, absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you ever so much for those likes there. Does really help my YouTube algorithms. And for you guys that don't know, my stream yesterday actually got 7,500 people. So thank you ever so much to the guys who've been supporting me from the get. I do really appreciate that. But yeah, in terms of what's happening here with Nano, we are seeing a reversal in the trend currently. We're seeing a reversal in the trend currently. Short-term targets for the next, I'd probably say next 12 hours would be to get to this point here. Get to this point, start eradicating these lower high points that you're setting continuously, getting over a point of a resistance line I can see basically forming through, coming down here, getting over that, and then seeing, then debating some progression to the upside from there, hopefully finding support on this 21 moving average as well, right? So yeah, short-term target would be to get over this $7.20 mark if you are looking for that progression to the upside. If not, I would expect some consolidation potentially along this zone coming through here. I mean, be prepared for all angles here because you are central on the RSI, so that could mean you are going to go either way right now, and you're pretty central in terms of resistance and also support. So yeah, I would be watching this zone to see where you're going to break either to the top side or the downside here, sir. I think that's pretty much nano done, right? It's pretty much nano done. I can try it on the 1 hour, but it's going to be pretty much say the same thing, right? We do have a bit of a symmetrical triangle playing out here, but yeah, we would be looking at a break to the upside or the downside, but we're near enough, as I was saying, at the end of the symmetrical triangle here, so it's going to be pretty small moves, right? It's going to be pretty small moves, so not really anything tradable in my opinion, right? So yeah, let me jump to I think it was Vechain next for James. I've done Vechain literally like 4 times on the stream, but yeah, I'll do it again for you, James. Let me jump to the 4 hourly and get a gauge on that right now. Obviously, same as all the charts here, we do have this pretty big ascending triangle playing out here. So we would be looking at a break to the upside. If we were looking at breaks to the upside, we do need to take it into consideration. We do have all these major resistance points playing out here, and obviously this massive grey box zone that we need to get through. In terms of the shorter term right now, let's get a better gauge on it right now. We would be looking at, we have just broke this rising wedge pattern to the downside, and we're seeing a lovely buy up in terms of support here on the shorter term time frames, which is very nice to see. Actually, we just see the candle body close literally below that horizontal there, which I just moved below that horizontal there, and actually finding a nice level of support coming up from that point, currently testing the 55. So yeah, in terms of a shorter term target right now, obviously we do have 7 minutes of the hourly left, so yeah, it's looking pretty good in terms of a 1 hourly candle. In terms of buying momentum there, I would be looking for a candle close at least above the 55 and the 21, and also this 11 cents 66 in terms of a horizontal resistance point currently, which you near enough tested there. If you can get a nice candle close, best case scenario is above 11 cent and 70 there. That's going to be absolutely ideal, and that's going to mean you're going to have that continuation in buying power to the upside there, right? And that's going to look very good. But yeah, you are testing the 55 now with a lot of momentum to the upside. Very good. Not too bad at all for Vechain there. Let me jump to the other requests. Morning all, says Dan B. Nice to see you back on the stream there. Thank you, Tristan. No problem at all. Mr. Kyrell. KSM about to pump. KSM's doing some madness. It was an amazing stream yesterday. Yeah, thanks, bro. It was pretty stressful, I must say, but yeah, really amazing. Never had that many people on a stream before, and it was just insane. I was literally like 400 people at the same time watching me, and it was just like, imagine that. 400 people in person looking at me. It was just like, it was crazy. XRP there, next for NX there. It really confuses me having my my logo as your profile picture. Throws me off looking at it. It's like I'm talking. But yeah, I am going to go for a quick break in a minute, guys. I did say I was going to go for 2 hours, but by the looks of it, I'd probably do another 20 minutes, I think, as long as I can get some more water. And yes, Tyler, I would check KSM for you there, bro, once I have been for a break after this XRP here. Yeah, XRP is not looking so hot. We have broke the rising wedge pattern from what I can see. We have broke a rising wedge pattern looking like so. So yeah, we have broke that to the downside. So I would be inclined to say we are going to come up for a retest of this 55 and also this 21 moving average, and then potentially see some rejection from there. If we do see some rejection from there, we do have a nice target point of this lower high point. Obviously, this is on the short-term time frame, guys, and that's sat around the 85 cent there for a bounce point. Obviously. And also depending on what Bitcoin's going to do, because Bitcoin is surging and it is testing the top side of this falling wedge right now, which is just crazy. And yeah, we did see the resistance, we did see the candle close, and we have smashed through it. So now it's crucial point of resistance sat at that 37,400. Doing an amazing job, bro. Thank you ever so much, man. Really does mean a lot. Yeah, it really does mean a lot, bro. trying hard, putting in the work. You know the drill, right? Yeah, in terms of XRP, this is I think this is obviously why a lot of the things are actually pumping at the moment, because of Bitcoin's actually doing another madness, right? And yeah, I would be inclined to say we have seen the completion of the measure move from this price channel coming through here, there, guys. But yeah, let me jump back to XRP here. In terms of a target price to the upside, we would be looking at candle close inside of this rising wedge here at around that 89 if we are looking for the progression to the upside here. But yeah, at this point in time, it's not looking so hot, bro. You've lost this falling wedge pattern. But yeah, if Bitcoin starts banging it, XRP should follow suit. So yeah, that's one thing you've got on your hand there. Another thing, actually, you do have a level of support being formed on this downward sloping support line currently, which was resistance. You actually are finding a nice level of support on that. So that's not so bad at all, bro. So yeah, it's not looking too bad here, but I would say this is crucial, right? This is crucial levels of resistance coming through here. So yeah, you need to get over that. If you don't get over that, you are going to see some sort of swift rejection and potentially another test of this this zone coming through on the RSI there. So yeah, a few things to consider there for NX for XRP, right? Let me just jump for a little break here, and I'll be back in literally like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys, and maybe even less than that. And then we can carry on for a little bit longer, and I will be doing KSM for you there. BRB. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. Back from the break now. Didn't take too long at all. Let me bring up the live chat and let me see those requests in there. And I appreciate you guys all sticking around. 34 of you strong. 34 of you strong people there. To appreciate you guys there. KSM here from Tyler. Let me jump straight into that for you there, sir. And Bitcoin is still pumping, right? Bitcoin is still pumping, testing that crucial level of support there. God, we actually smashed through that crucial level of support, which is very interesting actually, because we did actually come down, come to the top side of this channel. I do think this insane level of resistance, not that one there, insane level of resistance that we got coming through here. So yeah, I would be expecting some resistance off that point in general, and also that is correlating pretty well with this falling channel, with this descending channel that we've got coming through here. Descending channel, it's a falling wedge, bro. It's a falling wedge pattern that we've got coming through here. Slipping up on my words here, nearly 2 hours on the stream, right? So yeah, this falling wedge pattern that we've got coming through here, I would be inclined to say we are going to see some resistance. If we don't, we could be looking at a measure move to the upside here, which could be absolutely very, very, very good indeed for Bitcoin in terms of progression. We need that, right? We do need that. And we have claimed this horizontal level of support here on the daily. We do need to think about the next level of resistance at that 38,500 here for Bitcoin. You all push the like. Really, says Kane. Yeah, guys, appreciate all your likes there. We're gonna put NX is saying let's get a 70 like target here. Absolutely amazing if we can get 70 likes on the stream here. We are coming near enough to the end of the stream here. I do have probably not a lot of energy left in me, and I'm going to be doing an evening stream as well, guys. So I do need to take into account my energy levels there, right? So yeah, 70 likes would be absolutely amazing in terms of a target. Let's jump to KSM there for Tyler. He says it's about to explode. It is about to explode, sir. We have just cleared this volume weighted ATR band on the hourly time frame here. We have pumped up significantly from this 21 moving average. I would be looking at the next target point sat around that 529 in terms of finding a resistance point. But yeah, in terms of finding a resistance point, as you can see, if we can get over that, and we are seeing a lovely, lovely, juicy level of support forming from that zone here in terms of upwards momentum. So yeah, if we can get over that there, it's going to be pretty crucial in terms of finding another leg up. But sir, with that being said, right, I don't want to be like, oh my god, we're gonna bang it's the moon. Look at this price action. This price action is pretty steep. It's like climbing Everest here. We're climbing. Quite like that metaphor. We're climbing Everest, and that could be a metaphor for parabolic. We're climbing Everest here. We need to see this correction, right? This correction it's nice and healthy, but it's not very long compared to how long we were pumping, right? So I would be inclined to say some sort of consolidation period around this zone, and then we're looking for another leg up, right? If we do see another leg up now, not the end of the world, but I wouldn't be expecting it to be too big before we see another correction, right? Because we do need to validate what is happening here on the hourly time frame here. Let me jump to the 4 hourly and let's see what's going on there. God, I forgot to unmute myself then. God, that would have been awful. I did that once, and I was sat on the stream live speaking, and I didn't have my audio on for literally, it must have been like 40 minutes. Probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in terms of online. I thought to myself, well, it can't really get any worse than that, can it? In terms of streaming, for my nerves and stuff. So yeah, glad I didn't do that again. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have the same chart pattern on all the charts here, as usual with crypto. We do have this ascending triangle coming through here in terms of this grey box zone acting as the horizontal level of resistance here. But yeah, we have actually broke that to the top side, which is pretty rare. It's pretty rare considering all the other cryptos are holding back there in terms of the progression to the upside. So yeah, it's pretty rare that we have actually broke to the upside here, and it's looking pretty good because we are in sense we have eradicated all these insane lower highs here. Tested it, lost it, tested it, lost it, tested it again, lost it, and then we come through finally, and we've smashed through, finding that level of momentum to the upside here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a bit of rejection to this zone here in terms of level of support. Yeah, as I was saying, the next target point we do the volume weighted ATR band here to think about is that 580 zone. ETH is on the pump. Let me jump to ETH in a second there for Adam. Yeah, ETH is on the pump, and then we do this volume weighted ATR band sat around that 580 mark in terms of a resistance. BTC is pumping. Jesus, it is pumping. Look at that momentum live on the stream here. This is live action coverage from Bitcoin here. I'm sat around nearly. Jesus, look at it go. Look at it go. Crazy stuff here. Very, very nice to see for Bitcoin. And yes, I take my hat off for Bitcoin right now. Thank you very much. We have needed this. This is great stuff happening right now. Great stuff happening right now. This is probably a reflection of what the news was yesterday with that El Salvador country doing what they were doing, or county or whatever they are, basically saying that they're now going to accept Bitcoin, which is great in terms of a legal tender currency, right? Yeah, insane pumps right now live on the stream. Really, really interesting stuff here. We have cleared this insane crucial point of resistance here, and look at it go. Jesus, look at it go. That's really, really good stuff there. Really good stuff. Getting to the time, we do delete all these other patterns now because we're getting new stuff set here. We're getting new stuff set, and this is I'm really happy right now. This is great. This is great to see Bitcoin go up, because guys, I'm not the only one. I don't think we've needed this. We've seen a lot of uncertainty here. A 37.4, you bloody good bloke. Bitcoin is a bloody good bloke. Seeing that, look at that progression to the upside. Very, very nice indeed. Can we set a target? Guys, remember, we do have pretty crucial targets coming through here. Let me jump to the bigger time frames here. I wouldn't be FOMOing in as of yet. I'd never FOMO in, guys. But yeah, as you can see here, we do have a resistance point, pretty dominant, sat at this 39,163. Our target point for this candle was that 38,000. As I was speaking about a minute ago, that 38,000. Yeah, we deserve this, says Tyler there. Definitely we do. Would you long BTC now or wait for the retest? For me, if I was going to long BTC now, it would be FOMOing in terms of the fear of missing out this insane price action we got coming through here, and I would prefer to miss out than to long the top and then it come back down. So yeah, if I was going to be longing it in terms of going off this this price action, this falling wedge that we got coming through here, looking for this measure move to the upside, as discussed previously, I would be waiting for that retest, sir. I would be waiting for that retest. I would be waiting for this this insane validity to actually to chill out a bit, right? It's all right if you're already in a trade and you're seeing insane pumps to the upside like this. If you're already in a long, I wouldn't be getting in a long just because it's pumping like absolutely crazy, because then you do get into the FOMO market, and then that's just, honestly, you can get wrecked so easily with that stuff there. So I do tend to stay away from that. And look, the last few candles here on the 15-minute, we're going to that Everest sort of level, the parabolicness coming through here. So yeah, we are looking for at least some. Your brother sent me here, Bitcoin beats raid coming through. So yeah, we are looking for this parabolicness coming through on the 15-minute here for Bitcoin. So I would expect at least some sort of retracement coming through soon. Granted, we could pump a bit more, looking at the upwards momentum from there. But let's reference the RSI quick. Overextended to an extent here, so we do need to basically. Hey Dale, you talk too fast, man. Slow down already. Yeah, a lot of people say this. Maybe I should slow it down. Bitcoin beats raid. So yeah, at this point in time on the RSI here, we're getting to that overextended point here for Bitcoin. So we do need to think about that rejection or the consolidation period happening pretty soon, right? Let me jump to the 1 hourly here and see what we're saying on the 1 hourly here for the RSI, getting to the same sort of level here. So we do need to think about at least some sort of consolidation period, maybe even hitting some more targets to the upside. But we are obviously going to have to reference the downwards price action on the RSI here if we do see that momentum play out. In terms of the midterm here, as I was just saying, we are potentially looking at a long position if we can come back down and get a nice retest. Obviously in a few hours time, probably like 8 to 12 hours time, it's not going to be imminent, right? I'm not going to be going on the retest of this candle. I want to see a few candle closes at least, and then a retest come down, and then we can actually not moving in alts. Yeah, I did see that on the Bitcoin dominance, actually it's not moving much in alts, and that's why this is actually going up here. But yeah, so back to here we go. Yeah, back to this trade, the potential long position here. Obviously nothing I say is financial advice, guys. Yeah, so this is just an educational standpoint of what I think could potentially happen here. So yeah, definitely something to consider here. If we are going to see that progression to the upside, we would be looking for a few more candle closes above this falling wedge pattern here, and then we could flirt with the idea of getting in a long here. Flirt with the idea of getting along, basically seeing the momentum on the retest, and then seeing if we've got enough to get there. And then we would be looking at take profits all the way along these zones in terms of these lower high points here. So we've got 4% there, and then we've got another 8% there. And look, if you see this point here, this 200 moving average coming down as well, we're going to see that correlate with a few of these horizontal resistance points here. Dude, slow down, we can't catch the action. Don't slow down, we want to catch the action. Right, okay. My first ever YouTube raid, to be honest. Yeah, it's a new raid thing that YouTube, well, me and my brother are doing, right? So yeah, it's not actually a thing on YouTube yet, but I think they're planning on doing it in the future for the streaming community, because that's obviously growing pretty quickly on YouTube here. How come alts are way more bearish than Bitcoin right now? It's interesting, isn't it? Because Bitcoin is actually pumping quite a lot, and the alts don't really seem to be following it. A few of them do, in terms of like KSM, and I think CRV we looked at. I don't think we actually looked at it earlier, right? But yeah, so yeah, a lot of the alts are actually just chilling out. They're chilling out. And it makes me think that this could be a potential trap coming through for Bitcoin if the alts aren't going to be following it, because obviously we're not. That's done on the FOMO market if the alts are going to be following it if Bitcoin is coming up like significantly, right? But yeah, let's jump to the long term here, because we do have a target point for this descending triangle for the long term here. And that sat at around that 38,600, which we tickled, we flirted with the idea of seeing it here, and that was, we didn't quite get there, but yeah, definitely a point to consider in terms of resistance there. But yeah, we do have a potential long position looking up from there as well. Obviously, we need to take into account these lower high points, pretty crucial stuff happening here. And yeah, that brings me to the short term here for Bitcoin. We do have this gray box zone, which we need to think about, because the resistance, viva la resistance off this point here is pretty big indeed. And as we discussed before, we did come up and we did see resistance, and then we saw the futile dumps to the downside basically play out yet again. So yeah, definitely a point to watch here in terms of a resistance point. I wouldn't be surprised if we came up and we actually shot straight back down from there, right? Target set from NX there in the chat. 80 likes. Can we get to 80 likes? That'd be absolutely amazing if we could, guys. Really would appreciate the support there. Bitcoin Beats Raid coming in strong. Nice to meet you all. If you haven't met me before, I am the younger brother. 11 months between us, but yeah, nice to meet you. My name is Crypto Chester. Yeah, guys, let me get some requests here. Let me do some requests for you in the chat. Smash them in the chat there, and I will jump onto them as soon as possible. ASAP Rocky. We did just do KSM, so don't make it KSM. But yeah, in terms of a target for KSM right now, I would be looking at a more progression and lovely bounce points sat around that 581 there. And guys, what do you think is going to happen with Bitcoin? Do you think we're going to see this continuation to the upside? Do you think we're going to break this 38,600 zone? Or do you think we're going to see that swift rejection, and what we're seeing here on the 4 hourly is a trap? I'm going to say put 1 if you think it's going to be a trap, and 2 if you think we're going to progress further. So 2 if we're going to progress further, 1 if you think it's going to be a trap, and then we can all gauge a narrative of what we're all thinking in terms of the public, right? In terms of the public, to see what we're all thinking there in the chat. But yeah, get your requests in there, guys. CRV update, please, from Cloud9. Yes, sir. I didn't actually do that for you earlier. CRV update for Cloud9. And guys, I do this every single morning, Monday to Friday, and I'm starting to do it in the evening as well, right? So yeah, press the subscribe button if you never want to miss one of my lives, and yeah, we can trade together continuously. All that good stuff there. 82 likes, smash that target out of the water, guys. Really do appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. In terms of CRV here on the 4 hourly here for Cloud9, 1. So the narrative is I think I said 1 for up, or was it 2 for down? 1 for up and 2 for down. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, you guys probably remember the narrative. And 3 saying, Wasim is saying 3 saying, Bitcoin Beats is saying 1 as well. Shout out to Bitcoin Beats, my broski out there. But yeah, everyone's saying 1 at this point in time. Crazy stuff indeed. Yeah, and take that narrative in terms of the public. 1 + 1 = 1. 21. Says James Croucher there. CRV right now, we do have this this falling price channel coming through. It is descending. It is falling down to the downside, right? So that's obviously a downtrend coming through. Lower highs being set. Obviously, we did actually invalidate this lower high point getting set here, so that's pretty good news in terms of looking for that upwards momentum. So you could be looking at a break to the upside here, Cloud9, and that's sat around that $2.53. So ideally, you want to see a couple of candle closes above that $2.53, and then you could be looking at a potential long position from there. Potential long position looking something along the lines of this, like so. Not so bad at all. But yeah, that is going to correlate with a few heavy points of resistance coming through here in terms of the horizontal resistance points. So yeah, I wouldn't be looking for the exact completion of the measure move here. I would be looking at a load of take profits all the way down coming through here, right? 1 for trap low. Okay, yeah, 1 for the trap. Yeah, 1 for the trap, 2 for the dump, right? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, completely forgot. So the narrative is actually, a lot of people are saying that this is a big trap. And to me personally, yes, I do agree with you there. This momentum to the upside it's too volatile, right? We don't like this. It's too much. It's too much. We need to chill out. We need to consolidate a bit before we're looking for that progression to the upside. Nice healthy waves. And this right here, this is pretty insane climbing Mount Everest sort of vibes there. So we do need to chill out. We need to sit at that half peak level and then consolidate along the zone and then look for another wave up there if we are looking for that for Bitcoin, right? CRV right now, as I was just saying for Cloud9 there. The absolute sky. I don't have any BTC. Would you recommend buying some now? Bro, I can't give you financial advice. I mean, you need to take your own gauge on it. But let me just say this. Even at $38,000, it's still underpriced in terms of the long haul, in terms of the hodling. So yeah, I'll just say that, and you can take your own gauge of information from that there. It's still underpriced. It is going to go to the absolute moon. Doge is pumping. Is it, Tyler? Is it? Let's have a little look at Doge in a sec. Actually, no, I have done XRP, but I will jump on XRP there for Azam. But yeah, in terms of what you could be looking for here, Cloud9 here, you would be looking at finding heavy resistance, heavy support currently at this horizontal support point, that $2.36. That's going to be absolutely amazing. 85 likes, amazing, guys. Seriously, great stuff there. As you can see here, we are finding levels of support on the 200, the 21, this horizontal support point here, and also the price action channel. So it's looking good in terms of progression to the upside. Not so bad at all. Let's reference the RSI and see what's happening here. We do obviously have this downward sloping resistance line on the RSI, which we're currently testing, right? We're currently testing. And I hate to say it, bro, if we don't find a nice level of support on this, and we are to the top side of the RSI in terms of where this horizontal resistance line is currently, then it's looking like we are going to see that rejection. It's more likely to see that rejection because this line is to the top side of the resistance point, right? Top side of the RSI. When we're to the lower side, like so, if we're down here in the future, we're likely to find levels of support and bounce off it to the top side like that, right? Should have probably drawn that in like so. But at this point in time, it's likelihood, because we're at the top side of the RSI here, we're likely to see that resistance play out instead of the support. So yeah, that's definitely something to consider here. If we do see resistance coming off this point here, so I would be crucially watching this zone for CRV and not just absolutely blindlessly jumping into longs and stuff like that, right? So yeah, good resistance point is playing out here, and that's gonna be that $2.51 there. So yeah, crucial point there for you to watch there. Cloud9 to the moon, Chester coin to the moon. You're gonna keep saying this Chester coin to the moon, and it's actually gonna pump this this coin. It's gonna pump this Chester coin that is actually a coin, and it's obviously not my coin, guys, right? Let me do some requests in the chat here. Let me jump back here. XRP has been shouted out a lot, and that was next on the cards for Azam there. 2 hours in, amazing stuff, guys. And we're at 87 likes. Can't believe it, guys. Absolutely amazing. Really, really do appreciate you all there. XRP, what is going on with the old XRP here? As discussed here, we did see it's actually pumped since we last spoke about it, right? It has actually pumped since we last spoke about it. We did see the breakout to the downside of this rising wedge. And yeah, it's looking pretty healthy in terms of progression to the upside right now, as we have cleared these major moving averages, and these were literally the targets right here. Damn, this pump, Bitcoin 38k. Yep, Bitcoin actually, yeah, hit 38k, but we're seeing a bit of resistance playing out now. That 38,472 is the high point here. I would see swift rejections coming off this volume weighted ATR band at that 39, and also we do have it on the long-term time frame coming through at the top side here of this descending triangle to think about as well there for BTC. How does the BTC dominance look here? We're looking like we're progressing to the upside, which obviously means the alts aren't actually following it, right? Which the alts aren't actually really following it, as we have discussed a minute ago, right? So yeah, not that great in terms of altcoin portfolios out here right now, even though Bitcoin is mooning in a sense, right? Back to XRP here, we are currently testing the downward sloping resistance line here, upward sloping resistance line here of the lower side of this rising wedge here. In terms of a price target for you there on XRP would be to get a nice candle close in the next hour or so, or a couple of them above the $89 and 50, and then obviously you've got this horizontal level of resistance here, 89.82 to get through as well. Hi Maddie, nice to see you in the chat there. Chester will get Elon effect on the coins soon. Yeah, with 60 followers on Twitter, definitely, bro. Definitely. Yeah, so crucial point would be finding nice levels of support on these zones if we are looking for progression to the upside. But yeah, as I was just saying here, this rising wedge pattern that we've got playing out, very attractive, I must say. But yeah, we're nearly at the end of it. So if you do reclaim it, it's going to be pretty pointless in terms of getting any sort of gauge of a measure move from that. So yeah, I wouldn't be inclined to say that we are going to break that to the top side or the lower side. I want to see some support here for XRP if we are going to see that progression to the upside yet again, and then we can actually have a target of this this high point to invalidate, right? To invalidate that high point. If we can, we're looking at another high and then progression continuously to the upside, and then we could talk about the idea of getting rid of this lower high point here. So yeah, long way off for XRP, but yeah, short-term target would be this 90 cent zone. Yeah, 90 cent zone there for the short-term target. Let me have a little look here. What was next on the chart? Oh God, isn't water good? You play a couple of instruments. I don't actually play any instruments, bro. Only the mouse and the trading screen. T Fuel there for Wasim. Let me jump to that. because T Fuel is quite interesting at the moment because obviously we've seen insane pumps, right? And I did actually make a pretty good call yesterday, seeing the top side of T Fuel, and I said, look guys, you want to be cautious here. We did actually just smash through the all-time high in terms of a percent for smashing through that all-time high to the top side. We actually got up another 21%. So yeah, I was like, it was around this point I was like, guys, look, don't be afraid to take profit here. If you are in a nice bit of a long position here, it's likely that we do come down and see at least some sort of consolidation period or a retrace to the previous all-time high, which is exactly what has played out here. So very, very good stuff there in terms of a price prediction. So yeah, we have consolidated here. So this is a good zone, right? We need to be doing what we're doing if we are going to be looking for another leg up to challenge the previous all-time high here. If we can see that consolidation period, probably a bit longer as we are on the hourly time frame, and we do need to validate this insane pump to the upside here. If we can do that, then it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and we are going to see progression to the upside from there. Obviously, there is a lot of bullish power into T Fuel at the moment, so we do need this zone coming through here. Otherwise, we're going to see that parabolic Everest come through and then the dump off a cliff, which we don't want, right? We want those consolidation, we want a healthy, we want a consolidation, we want a healthy, just that continuation to the upside, right? That's the ideal chart scenario. Otherwise we're going to see those insane dumps coming through there. So yeah, crucial point to watch in terms of losing the previous all-time high if we are going to continue this downtrend here. Would be this 55 cent there, and we are dumping at this point in time, and I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we even came down to this higher low point here, sat at that 52 cents there, just because obviously, as I was saying, we have gone pretty steep here in terms of price action. But yeah, so we do need this zone playing out here, and we know what happened with Matic. It absolutely plummeted to the moon there, up 230%, and then now it's just fizzling out and dumping in this dirty downtrend to the abyss, right? So yeah, we don't want that to happen for T Fuel. We want a nice consolidation period and then progression to the upside from there. Who is next on the request? CRV XLP is done. Matic is done. No, Matic isn't done. T Fuel's done. Who's next? What's BTC doing? Just staying where it is. ADA for Toy Wolf. ADA, I've done that. So I've already done that for you, Toy Wolf, but I'll do it for a few other people as well. 93 likes, absolutely amazing stuff there, guys. Really appreciate that. That's actually crazy. Should put a 100 like target on the table. Pretty ambitious, but yeah, 100 like target on the table would be unbelievable, guys. It does obviously help me out tremendously in terms of the YouTube algorithms. And for you guys that don't know, I actually hit 7,500 people on my stream yesterday. Yesterday evening was actually it was just insane. So yeah, really do appreciate your support, guys. And that one like does go a long way in terms of the YouTube algorithms for myself there. So I do honestly really appreciate that. In terms of ADA, as we can see here, we do have this pretty big ascending triangle playing out here. And as you can see, we did actually test the lower side of it, and we're seeing the progression to the upside, which isn't so bad at all, right? It's not so bad at all because we're seeing the progression to the upside, finding that little bit of support coming through on this horizontal level of support, sat around that $1.58. I'd say short-term target would be to get over this 21 moving average here, and that's sat at around that $1.60 there. If we can get over that, find a few, maybe a candle close or two above that, then we're looking at another level of support. Obviously, you see these dirty wicks coming through here to the downside. If we can get a nice level of support on that zone at that $1.61, we could see a bit of repetition in terms of the history coming through here and see a juicy pump from there, smashing through this previous lower high. That's the ideal scenario, right? Worst case scenario for ADA, we actually lose the horizontal support, which we're currently finding, find the resistance there, come down and actually set a new lower low in terms of this downtrend that we got playing out here. Obviously lower low. So yeah, that's not the ideal scenario here. That's not what we want. This is what you don't want. If we do see that, we are going to see us hopefully find a level of support coming through on this downwards this upward sloping support line of the downside of this ascending triangle, right? So yeah, that would be the target for ADA there. In terms of the RSI, in terms of the upwards momentum, we do have this downward sloping resistance line, which is valid on that 1 hour coming through here. So we do need to take that into account also if we do see that progression to the upside. Am I talking too fast? I think I'm talking too fast again. That if we do see the progression to the upside, we could see pretty dominant resistance points getting played out here on the RSI as in terms of live price action of how that is going to affect. We could see pretty dominant levels of resistance even at this the target of that 161, which is obviously these dirty wicks to the downside here on the short-term time frame for ADA there. So yeah, I'd be watching this this RSI with the beady eyes, as we like to say on this channel, just to see if we are going to see that rejection or where we're going to see that rejection. Interesting stuff there for ADA on the short-term stuff going on there. I don't really want to touch on the long-term here. One, I've done it previously, and also it's all the same, right? We've got this giant ascending triangle. If we're going to break to the downside, it's going to be huge. But yeah, lower point, it would be this $1.35. Higher point, you just need to smash through these lower highs continuously, and then we can talk about progression to the upside after that, right? ADA done. Let me have a look at XRP. Did I do it? I did XRP, I think. Let me have a look at... who got into trading first, Chetter or Hamilton? Hamilton did for Louis there. People that are new to crypto, this is what BTC does. Alts outperform during the hype, but then BTC comes back and shows who's boss. And alts just sit and watch, pretty much, yeah. BTC needs more time here, though here I must admit, yeah, likewise. Good question, Louis. Thanks, haha. Let's go to 100 likes. One like away from 100. That's absolutely crazy, guys. Can you check ADA BTC pairing? Thanks. Yeah, I will jump to ADA BTC pairing. I mean, ADA, sorry, BTC, ADA BTC? How are you going to do it? Yeah, we'll do ADA, BTC for you there. BTC. There we go. That is falling off an absolute cliff, right? It's not good. Not good stuff there. Lost the volume weighted ATR band. I'd say next target to the downside here, and this is for... where are we here? This is for... So behind in the chat, I think. Oh, not even that behind in the chat. That's actually really good. This is for Fahad. I think it's for Fahad. Fahad there, we do have a level of support coming through here at this 4135 there. I would be looking at a bounce point from there. As you can see, the potential bounce point continuously for that point there. In terms of a horizontal support point, yes, you have smashed through the volume weighted ATR band, right? You smashed through the volume weighted ATR band. As you can see here, you do find a level of support on it there, and vice versa. Let's find some more support being formed, more support being formed, more support being formed, more support. So yeah, you're just going to find support on it. If you don't find support on it, like so, obviously the crypto crash coming through there. If you don't find support on it like so, you are going to actually come down, and then you're always going to retrace back to it. It's like 90% of the time you retrace to it, or it's like 100% of the time you retrace to it, whether it's over the course of a few days or so, but you always go back to it. So keep that in mind for ADA BTC pairing there. Chester the Crypto King. God, I wish, bro. Got a long way to go for that. ADA doesn't look as strong today. Before against BT8. No, it doesn't. It looks pretty bad in terms of the downtrend, right? We're not even seeing corrections for this downtrend. It's looking pretty abysmal, I must say. But with that being said, guys, we are seeing the Grand Canyon come through in terms of a drop off a cliff. That's quite cool. The Grand Canyon coming through in terms of a drop off a cliff. So I would be looking for a bounce point at least at this 200 in terms of a consolidationary period, because regardless of what's going on, we're not just going to see it just go like this, right? We're not just going to see it continue, have that continuation down. Otherwise, people are going to start buying it because it's going to be cheaper, right? So we're gonna literally see at least some sort of consolidations phase planning out if we do see another leg down after that. But yeah, with that being said, we do have pretty crucial high low points to consider there. Obviously, that point is plotted in here for you at that zone, that 35.09 there in terms of a candle close of that dump that we saw there. But yeah, in terms of the high low point to bounce from and test, we do have this zone coming through here as well, guys. So yeah, definitely a point to think about. 102 likes, amazing, guys. Take my hat off to you, absolutely amazing. Really does help my YouTube algos, obviously being a new YouTuber out here. And guys, I'm really happy that you do like the stream here. So yeah, let me have a look at another request. Another pump coming, says Cloud9. That'd be amazing. We are seeing a bit of retracement coming through here. Letting it chill out for a bit because we did see Everest come through in terms of the parabolicness coming through here. Let me have a little look here. Nice to see some guys helping each other out. Sol there from Vodkanov there. Let's do Sol. Solana, baby. Oh, that's the wrong chart. That is my short term for BTC. Let me jump to my swing chart. And that is this here. As you can see here for Solana, we do have this rising price channel coming through. Rising price channel is a rising wedge. We've got a rising wedge coming through here on the 4-hourly time frame. It's not looking so bad. In terms of finding a level of support at the next level, in terms of the horizontal coming through here, that's at $43.67. So that would be a good term target. Look at that, 73 on live and over 100 likes. Everyone smashed that like, says Nikki. Yeah, Nikki, I had 7,500 people come through my live yesterday evening, and I was streaming to literally 400 people at the same time, and my mind was absolutely blown. I was trying not to choke. Absolutely crazy. You're tiring. 7,000 needs a break. Thanks, Chester. Got to wrap up now. 101 after your day's tiring. 7,000 needs a break. Yeah, nice to see you on the stream there. Thick boy slow. Matic. Everyone's saying Matic, so I'll jump to Matic in a minute. Oh, we do have a lot of people saying Dot. So I'll do Sol, and then I'll do Dot, and then I will do Matic. I'll do Matic after Sol and Dot. Sol at the moment, as I was just saying, we are in a rising wedge pattern coming through here. Do you guys think we're gonna? Do you think we're gonna break this top side of this rising wedge pattern? It's interesting. If we see the momentum to the upside, if we break this level of support at that $43.71, do you think? Really appreciate. I was the 99th like. Amazing stuff there. Fahad Seed there. I really appreciate that 99th like. We're at 103 now. Crazy stuff there, guys. Really appreciate the support. But yeah, if we do see a progressionary move to the upside for Solana here, it's looking pretty good, I must say, in terms of setting these higher highs continuously. Usually, a lot of the charts here we've seen that actually this this higher high point, this high low point actually get challenged, and saw a few wicks below that, and then we've seen the progression. So it's actually really healthy to know that we do have quite a lot of support in terms of higher highs continuously, in terms of the current uptrend, which is basically an inclination. It's a sign that we could be looking at a break to the upside. If we do see a break to the upside here, we could be looking at a potential long position, looking along the lines of this, around the 24% here, obviously depending on the measure move itself, right? And I think this is an old measure move, so let's do a new measure move coming through here. It would be looking probably along the lines of this if we do get to that top side here. So yeah, if we bring that up something along the lines of this, obviously depending on where we're going to break, and then get a new percent drawn in from there, and see what gauge we're going to make. Yeah, it's around the same, like 24% there, something along the lines of this here. Heck yeah, good job. We love your humor. I like to say, I like how you say "God damn." Yeah, God damn. Yeah, 24% there. Appreciate the support there, Nikki. Yeah, the 24% here would be a potential trade here for Solana. If we are, slow down, Chester, if we are to break to the top side here, this would be a lovely trade coming through here. Obviously, I'm referencing a few other things as well in terms of the RSI. As you can see, we have got this downwards sloping support line currently, which we're finding a juicy level of support on. And obviously, the lower that we're going, as you can't really see that, my big head's in the way. The lower that we're going, in terms of this support line coming through on the RSI, the more chance we find support on it. Vice versa, the higher we are, the more chance we find the resistance on it, right? So yeah, definitely something to consider. If we do actually see a bit of a dump coming through here, the likelihood of finding support here is a lot more likely here. So yeah, definitely something to consider in terms of the live price action. But yeah, I mean, we did see insane pumps here for Solana, as you can see here, and this period here is the consolidation period, which we need for another leg up, right? So yeah, it's looking pretty good, looking pretty healthy. I would be inclined to say next target is that $43.95 for Solana there. Very cool stuff there. And 104 likes, amazing stuff there, guys. Let me just see. I think it was Dot next. Dot for Toy Wolf. Let's see what Dot is saying. Dot actually got one of my altcoins of the day as well, because it was breaking through some previous some serious it was finding support on this serious horizontal coming through here, and I was intrigued to basically come back and check it here. But as you can see here, oh god, as you can see here, oh, still doing it wrong. As you can see here, we do have this price channel coming through, this pretty big price channel coming through. It's pretty rising, it's pretty nice. We got touches either sides coming through here, very nice indeed. Yeah, pretty healthy, I must say. Looking for that progression to the upside. We didn't quite invalidate these higher lows, so it is looking pretty good in terms of progression to the upside as well. I'd say short-term target would be this lower high point coming through here, and that's sat at around that zone. If we're going on candle body closes, around that $24.94 there. If you are looking for a target for dots, that is one to the upside here as well. And it's not looking bad at all. Obviously, we did see this 4-hourly candle absolutely dump off a cliff and then come down and wick this 21 moving average. But the momentum to the upside from that point there is very strong. It's very strong. It's obviously not going to be very big in terms of percentage. Let's just get a bit of a gauge there to live price now. We've gone up 5% since we wicked down to that zone. So that obviously means there's a lot of buy momentum in the air. There's a lot of buy momentum in the air for DOT there to take into consideration there. Obviously, Bitcoin is going to have a bit of an effect on that as well, right? It does look like one of the only altcoins that's actually pumping with Bitcoin, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed. I can see crypto.com is doing well as well. And Solana seems to be doing well, and Neo as well, right? So yeah, a few things going on there, guys. But yeah, for DOT, I would say target point would be this $24.94 there, and that's obviously to the upside. To the downside, it would be crucial finding support on this $23.70 zone. As you can see, heavy level of support here that we do need to take into consideration. But yeah, if we do see that progression to the downside for now, and we're looking at a nice bounce point here. If we lose that, we do have the 55. And as I was saying, this 21's creeping up ever so gradually, and it's looking pretty good indeed. It's looking pretty good indeed in terms of finding level of support, as we have just seen in previous price action. Yeah, we see it play out here as well for that 21. So yeah, the 21 is strong. The 21 is strong here. Not looking bad at all. But yeah, for more of the long term here for dot here, for Dotty or for EastEnders. Yeah, we would be looking at progression to the upside. Why I said that. Progression to the upside, potentially a measure move looking like so. Obviously, this is in the future. We're on the 12-hourly time frame here, guys. And obviously, nothing I say is financial advice. Please do your own research and all that juicy stuff there. But yeah, it could be looking at potential measure moves to the upside, looking like so, and correlating with this high low point coming through here at around that $38, $39 point there. And also to the downside, if we do break to the downside, hold my hands up, we might. Hopefully we don't. It's a 34% gain, very nice indeed. But yeah, for me personally, I don't think we're going to be breaking to the downside anytime soon because we haven't eradicated these high lows as I was stating earlier, right? We are looking for that progressionary move to the upside right now. Apparently Matic is on the cards. Let me have a little look at Matic for you. Oh no, Tyler's coming now. I missed Tyler's thing earlier for BTG. Let me look at BTG. I wish there was a way like the mods could highlight requests. That would be really, really good. That would be really good. Obviously, quite a new thing coming through here. Bitcoin Gold here. 12-hourly candles coming through. So let me jump to the 4-hourly. I know we do a little summary on the 12-hourly, actually. I mean, from open, we obviously dumped, as we usually do. And then we've seen actually quite a lovely amount of progressive buying power after the open there. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, seeing a lot of upwards momentum. We saw Everest coming through in terms of that parabolicness coming through. So obviously, we're going to Grand Canyon it down. I do like that saying, actually, that Grand Canyon it down in terms of the dump to the downside off a cliff, right? And then obviously, we saw the downtrend validating this pump. And yet, we saw the crypto crash come through from there. But yeah, apart from that, it's not looking so bad. We have seen a bit of a consolidation period come through here. I mean, we were setting high lows continuously, but yes, we did see this reversal in the trend, and we did invalidate some of these high lows. But yeah, a lot of the charts did it, so it's not the end of the world. Now, I want to see what's happened with this. Like, what has happened here? What has happened? Like, if you know something about Bitcoin Gold here, Tyler, jump in the fundamentals in the chat there, bro, because this is a pretty significant pump to the upside, right? Pretty significant pump over the space of not... Maybe there's a pump and dump thing going on here, but that is not a lot of time at all. Like, I'm on the hourly. That's literally 2-hour candles there in terms of percentages for that. Crazy stuff, bro. Crazy to the top. We're looking at like 64% in the space of 2 hours. In terms of candle body close, looking at 36%. Crazy stuff in the space of 2 hours there, even for crypto itself, right? But yeah, with that being said, obviously that pump is pretty parabolic. Everest stuff going on there. We're having this consolidation period coming through here to validate what's going on here. So this is good. This is healthy. This is very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed stuff going on here. And we are looking for the next wave up if we can get there. Seeing resistance off this volume weighted ATR band here on the hourly. So I would be looking at that a next target point. If we can get a nice wick over that, set another higher high point here, that's going to be ideal. And that's a target point of around $84 there. I'm probably going to do some research onto this as well because it doesn't look so bad in terms of buying momentum coming through. And obviously this consolidation period. I wouldn't be doing research into it if we did see a crash after this thing here. But yeah, we're seeing consolidation. We're seeing these upswings still happening, right? So yeah, it's looking pretty healthy, I must say. We're seeing these high lows getting set continuously in terms of the shorter term time frames here. But yeah, short term target would be that $76.94 for you there, sir. We're going to do Matic and then we're going to do Coty there. Matic for Hassan and then Coty for George there. So we do jump to Matic quickly. Let me have a little bit of H2O. Guys, if you like the stream, smash that thumbs up. Helps me out tremendously in terms of the YouTube algorithms here. Obviously, I'm a new YouTuber coming through here, and we have hit that 106K then. 106 likes, absolutely amazing. Can we get to 110? That would be really, really cool if we could. Yeah, let's talk about Matic for this time being. We obviously saw the crypto crash coming through for Matic, right? And we all know about the recovery that Matic had. It was abnormal. It was weird. No one knew what was happening with Matic here. We saw this progression to the upside, absolutely crazy stuff. Nearly even topped the previous all-time high for Matic. But this is why we're having this consolidation period to the downside here, and this falling wedge pattern continuously playing out. It's looking healthy, I must say, in terms of a falling wedge pattern. But yeah, pretty crucial that we don't fall below this. If we do fall below this, obviously we do have a little bit of a trap playing out here, but yeah, it's not looking good in terms of setting these lower high points continuously for Matic here. So yeah, it's not looking good, but we are in a sense validating this 230% pump. I think it is 230% pump there for Matic. So yeah, we are in literally like still that consolidation phase. We are looking for the next swing up, but in order to do that, we need to stop setting these lower highs here. If we stop setting these lower highs and see some sort of reversal in the price here, we need basically what we need is one big pump. We need to find support on this zone here outside of this falling wedge for Matic to have any inkling for a leg up after that. And if we are going to see a leg up after that, it's going to be this measure move for around 13%, touching on this this horizontal resistance point sat at that $1.77 there. So yeah, definitely something to think about. But yeah, if we do lose it to the downside here with Matic, we do have a horizontal support point sat at $1.33. But with that being said, that is the candle body close, and that was the trap from before. So we could find a nice level of support on there, or because it's going to be the second test. Oh god, that's all broken. Because it is going to be the second test here. We could be looking at potentially losing that, and then the next target point would be to the downside. Obviously these dirty wicks to the downside here, causing these this level of support here at $1.21 there. So I would be watching this area crucial. And guys, we are coming to the end of this this wedge, so we are due to either breakouts pretty soon in terms of Matic, or we're just gonna continuing this downtrend down, and we're gonna have to draw in some new trend lines in terms of resistance, in terms of supports there. So yeah, ideally for Matic, we need a breakout soon, hopefully to the upside. But to get there, we've got a lot of momentum to get through there. Let me do Coty now for George. Chester's last name is Benzos. Can I go to the loo, please, Chester, sir? Kane, you may go to the loo, sir. No spammers, please. Oh, is Chester being cheap? I hope not. But yeah, so Coty here for George. Yes, not bad. Symmetrical triangle did get played out there to the downside here. Obviously pretty fizzled out as what happened on quite a few of the charts there. So let's get rid of all that for now and get drawing. Let's get drawing. Get drawing. Yeah, so as you can see here, we've got a downward sloping resistance line coming through pretty strong. I would be using that as a definite resistance point if we are going to see this price progress up further. We are claiming the 55 here on the 55 moving average here on the 4-hourly time frame, which isn't bad, right? It's not bad at all. Bitcoin, please, says Sikanda. Lol will be with these calls. Just the last name. Lol will be with these calls. I do hope so. That'd be really nice if I had his net worth. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Bitcoin right now, still going the same, pretty stagnant right now. But yeah, I'll jump to that once I've done a few more requests for these guys here. But yeah, so Kanda, it's looking pretty. If you want a quick Bitcoin update, just literally rewind to the start of the stream, and I always cover Bitcoin first. If anyone is on the stream here and wants just a quick Bitcoin update, in terms of the short term, the mid term, and the long term, just jump to the start of the stream. I always cover Bitcoin first, so just so you guys know that. Yeah, in terms of yeah, just so you guys know that, right? Yeah, in terms of a resistance point for Coty here, we would be looking at that around 24-cent mark. KSM going to kill the charts with that project with DOT. Woo! Need to do some research into that. I don't know about that, but I would like to know about the fundamentals of that. So yeah, if you've got any information there, Nikki, please share, because I'm sure I'm probably not the only one who doesn't know about this project, and it'd be really great. Thoughts and updates on Glitch, please. Oh, we're still waiting for Glitch to do its stuff. I think we're waiting for July for smart contracts, I think, and then after that we've got Binance listings in August. And August after that. So yeah, for me, Glitch is just definitely accumulation zone for the next probably six months, right? I wouldn't see significant gains happening anytime soon for Glitch, but it is definitely a hodl for the future, in my opinion. Guys, if you've not seen my Glitch video there, go check that out on my channel. Some great fundamentals there as I explain it. It is like one of my first videos, so bear with me if it is awful, right? But yeah, so as you can see here, we do have a symmetrical triangle playing out here for Coty, and we are finding a nice level of support along this zone here. As you can see, that momentous move to the upside. I would say short-term target here would be to get over this lower high point here in terms of the candle body close to start. As you can see, we're finding a bit of resistance there already. And in terms of previous history here, we have seen resistance play out continuously from this zone that we're trying to tackle here. So yeah, I would be looking at some resistance playing off from that point in general. Like we did see that, God, excuse me, yawns. Yeah, as you can see, we did see that resistance play out pretty strongly here. But yeah, we did see actually it got caught. It got caught in the safety net of the 21 moving average, right? It got caught in the safety net of the 21 moving average here, as well as on the 1 hour time frame, because it differs on the time frames, right, in terms of moving averages. So yeah, we do have because obviously it's small candles, it affects the moving averages, right? But yeah, so as you can see here, we're finding a nice level of support on the 200 moving average on the hourly here. But yeah, as I was saying, it's going to be crucial. We see this trend reversal, which we have seen, which is very nice indeed, and we are setting these higher low points above this 200 moving average. In terms of a short-term hourly target here, I would be looking to get over this this horizontal support point at that $22 there, $22.22 there. That's going to be ideal for progression to the upside on the short term. But now to the long term, we do have these lower high points coming through here that we do need to think about first at that 23 cents 0.56. Once we can get over that, then we can actually talk about the idea of getting over this point here. In terms of at this point in time, what I think is going to happen, we're pretty central on the RSI, so we can't really get a gauge from that right now. Not really that much in terms of resistance lines coming through, in terms of correlative points coming through on the RSI, so can't really get a gauge from that. If we do get to the overextended point coming through here, we are going to see the buying power on the RSI, which we do need to take into account, right? Because if we do see that, we're going to see that swift rejection to the downside, right? So yeah, it's likely that if we do see that progression to the upside from what we've seen now, it's likely that we do see the resistance play out from this zone as it has done in previous history, right? So yeah, a few things to definitely take into consideration there. I just got rid of you, Mr. RSI. Yeah, that's Coty pretty much played out. Thoughts on updates on glitch? Not a problem at all. Alien Star. Yeah, I've actually those are the points that I know. Thanks, Chester. Catch you tomorrow. See you later, Nikki. Nice to have you back on the stream. Really does mean a lot there. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Or I am streaming this evening, but I don't know where you're from or what time frame you're in. But I am streaming this evening. So if you want to jump on some more Crypto TA, I will be here this evening as well. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. And we are on 112 likes. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. You guys are smashing that like button, which means the world to me, right? Let's have a look at you could have requests surrounded by emojis, BNB. Let me have a look at, I'm probably going to wrap up this. Jesus, I've been going 2 hours and 46 minutes there. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream very soon there, guys. I'll do EPS there for Gordon, and then BNB for YY, who's just jumped on the stream there. I'll do a bit for you there, sir, because I do like to do stuff for the new people who jumped on the stream there. Because I don't want you to join and then I leave straight away, right? That's a bit annoying for you. Long trade on BTC breakout. This is what I'm thinking. We are looking for a potential long trade coming through here, but we do need to definitely take into account. We need a few more candle closes in terms of the 4-hourly above the BTC falling wedge pattern that we got coming through here, and then we could be looking for a potential measure move to the upside here. But yeah, in terms of I wouldn't just be aping into this position now, FOMOing in right now, because obviously it's a pretty volatile space, right? It's a pretty volatile space in terms of Bitcoin right now, and we do have heavy points of resistance to consider in terms of the smaller time frames and stuff. So yeah, I would be waiting for a few more 4-hourly closes, potentially even a touch of this resistance line coming down, retesting, and then evaluating hard pumping ridiculous, and then seeing where we're going to go from here, right? If we can get to this point and see a nice level of support forming out, then yes, that is going to be the entry. The reason why we do this is because if we'd have got in here, it's going to be a trap. You're going to get stopped out. We don't like stop outs. We're here, guys. We're here to make money. We're here to make money, aren't we? That's exactly why we're here. And also, yeah, if we're going to get a better entry, we're going to make more money. We're going to have a tight stop loss. And then if we see that progression to the upside from there, it's going to be ideal, right? Because then we can hit one take profit at this zone here, and that's going to be brilliant because we're going to get a lovely entry. Let's go on the base on the lovely entry. If we were to enter now, it's going to be a pretty like 2%, pathetic 2%. No, 2%'s decent, right? And then we're going to see instead, we're going to see a nice 4.8, near enough 5% on the first take profit, and then we're going to see a nice take profit on the 8% there, as well as the 200 moving average coming as well. So it's 3 take profit potential there, around that 9% trade for that long position. Obviously waiting for that retest and putting all those fundamentals together in terms of all the other indicators there, guys. But yeah, let me jump to EPS for Gordon there, and then BNB, and then guys, I am going to call it. I'm going to call it for the end of the stream, right? EPS for Gordon W there. EPS. Oh, guys, if you're liking the stream, smash that thumbs up button. I think NX just put a target there for 120 likes to end the stream. That would be absolutely amazing if we could. We are on 112 currently, which is just absolutely amazing, and it does really help me with the YouTube algorithms, right? Because obviously I'm a new YouTuber here. I'm going to be hitting 4 weeks. It's going to be 4 weeks Friday, tomorrow. 4 weeks tomorrow, which is just absolutely crazy stuff. I have had a really good time, and I do really appreciate all the support you guys have given me here, and hopefully I'm giving you a bit of an educational insight, because that's my goal here. If I can help you guys out, that's why I'm here, right? If I can help you guys out, then I will. That's the motive, right? So yeah, in terms of ESP right now, I mean, it's not looking too bad. You do have a bit of symmetrical triangle pattern playing out, but it's not very healthy, right? Obviously, you're just in more of a consolidation period, more of a channel coming through this top zone, probably like here to here, right? Bit of a channel coming through there, obviously a lot shorter than that. So when we left the channel there, that's when it would be eradicated. So yeah, you did have a bit of a channel coming down to the top side here. Toy Wolf, thanks, man. Subbed. Cheers, Gordon. Means a lot if you press that subscribe button. You're going to see me this evening as well. Simple as that, and every single morning, Monday to Friday. And yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. So I will be doing well done for 600 subs in 4 weeks. I ain't got 500 in 3 years. Yeah, bro, I must say my growth has been absolutely insane, right? Absolutely insane over the last 4 weeks, and that's why I'm internally grateful for all you guys there. 1 month anniversary party, big, maybe a really big long stream for the Friday, maybe 4 hours coming through. I keep doing 3 hours by accident here, but yeah, we'll see how we go there from Kane. But yeah, in terms of what's happening here for ESP. You didn't eradicate, well, you near enough didn't eradicate. No, you didn't eradicate this this high low point in terms of this recovering uptrend, which we're all trying to get involved with, right? But yeah, at this point in time, it's not looking so bad because you didn't invalidate this this high low. So it's looking like you are going to see the progression to the upside. But yeah, key point to break right now would be this 21 and obviously this downward sloping resistance line, which has been playing out for quite a while. So I would be looking for that 75 cents there and the progression up from there. If you are going to have a few candle closes above that, that's absolutely fine. Maybe a bit of a consolidationary period to validate this pump which we've had here, and then basically just grind it up gradually. But key point would be to get over this downward sloping resistance line which you're currently facing there. Hey Chester, how's things? Killing it with KSM right now. Yes, we are. Unfortunately, Mr. F, you have joined at literally at the end of the stream. I am going to be ending the stream pretty shortly. I've got like one more request. I might jump to KSM quickly for you because you are an OG out here. You're an OG out here, and I do favor them because you've been here since the beginning, the absolute beginning here. But yeah, for ESP here, for ESP, who was that for? That was for Gordon there. Yeah, we would be looking for a target to get above this zone here at that 75 cents there. Granted, if you do lose this zone, if you do see rejection, if you do see resistance play out here, because you have actually reclaimed this channel coming through here, and you could this could be used as basically like a trap zone of the channel. You could be looking to come down and test the lower side of this trend line, this upward sloping support line coming through here. So you could test the top side of this upward sloping support line. If you do break that to the lower side, your next point of target would be would be the 60 cent zone, and that does correlate with also this trend line coming down on this falling channel. And also if you do lose that, then your next target is going to be the candle body close of that previous low point there. But at this point in time, I would say an upwards target of that 75 cents is pretty doable in terms of the upwards momentum which you're currently seeing, right? Yeah, that's pretty much you done there for ESP there, sir. Let me jump to can you look at hard for Toy Wolf? Unfortunately, bro, I did say that was going to be my last one. Let me have a look. Oh goodness me, it just keeps going, guys. Tell you what, I'm going to go for another 8 minutes just so I can get the rest of the request done, and that's going to round it off for 3 hours. All right, guys. Guys, that's what's gonna happen, right? So yeah, yeah, I shouldn't really, because I should be saving my energy for this evening stream, because I don't know how that's gonna go, because obviously that key time frame I did yesterday was actually pretty insane, right? I did a key time frame. I went live at a certain point, and I had like 7,500 people like come through the stream. At one point, I was streaming to like 400 people at the time, and it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. I've never experienced anything like it in my life, so it really was quite a mad point. Yeah, for BNB here for YY, as we're looking at this point right here, you're looking at this rising wedge, right? Pretty big rising wedge. If we're looking for a breakout to the downside, you'll be looking at some sort of measure move looking somewhat like so. I mean, I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon. As you can see, we haven't eradicated this higher low point here, so that's an indication we're going to have the continuation of the trend to the upside, right? If we did see a lower point get created here, invalidating this zone, then I would be inclined to say we are looking at a low point being created, something along the lines of that, right? To give you a gauge of whereabouts you are for BNB, right? But yeah, at this point in time, I would be looking for a target to get above this 55, get above this volume weighted ATR band, this price action channel coming through here. Once you get above that, find a nice level of support, then your target is this this lower high point here. Your target is this lower point. We'll go on the candle body close, and that's 375. It's a pretty doable target considering you're at 368 currently, and you have seen an insane buyback in terms of this price action here, which we just saw earlier, right? And that's around a 4% gain after that dump there for you there, sir. May as well go for another 10 minutes to get the next hourly candle. Oh goodness me. No, because this is what happens, James. I'll get the next hourly candle, and then it'll be like we'll see all the validity, all the volatile stuff happening at the hourly candle, and then I'll stay on for another 15 minutes. The next thing I know, it's 3 hours and a half. Do you know what I mean? It's just keep going. So yeah, I do want to actually trade myself today, so I do need to go and actually put some trades on here. I will be jumping to that, because obviously I can't really trade when I'm streaming to you guys, because then everyone's just going to potentially copy my trades, and then I'm going to get sued if people start losing, right? So yeah, can't be doing that. I do want to do a challenge in the future for like 10. We all start with $10, and then I do like 4 maybe trade ideas that everyone researches, and then we try and get that $10 each to like 10 grand. I think that'd be absolutely amazing if we could all do that together in terms of like a challenge over a few months or so. I think that'd be really, really cool. And in terms of engaging the audience as well. But first things first, I need a Telegram group for that. I need a Discord group for that. So there's a few things I need to set up. But yeah, with my growth at the moment, very, very happy. And yeah, there's a few challenges that I want to give back to you guys. And yeah, we could do something along the lines of that, right? And if we start with $10, it's not going to be the end of the world if we lose $10, right? Because even if we get it to like 2 grand, and we have a losing trade and we lose like $200 or something, it's like no one's gonna be like, oh, I'm so pissed, because you start with $10. Like, come on, it's a $10 to 10 grand challenge. So do you know what I mean? So yeah, short-term targets for BNP right now would be to see that progression to the upside here, claim this zone at about 379, eradicating this lower high here. Worst case scenario, you do see the resistance play out off this 55, as you did just see on this candle coming through here. Cardano outperform ETH. What does that even mean? Oh God, no, I can't be doing this. Let me just carry on with this and get through these requests, right? Right. Skiller, more nice to see you back on the stream, Skiller. What could I outperform Ethereum in the long term? Oh, in the long term. Oh, sorry, I missed that question there. And will Cardano outperform Ethereum in the long term? It's pretty hard to say. Cloud9, $10 to 10K. Doesn't that sound amazing, Cloud9? It's pretty hard to say at this point in time, because I do think Cardano ADA, in terms of fundamentals, they are a long way off away from Ethereum, and Ethereum is going to get a lot of recognition. So in the insane long term, I'm talking 10, maybe 20 years, yes, maybe, because ADA are doing some crazy stuff with Africa, and also they're in the Saudi Arabia sort of market, and we know how much dollar that they got. So yeah, if that gets adopted massively over there, then yes, potentially it could outperform Ethereum in the long run. What more, value or percent rise? Both. Both, but I do think Ethereum is going to be the big stander for a longer period. And guys, do some research on ADA, Cardano Africa, because they've got some great stuff going on there. It'll basically give you sort of a time frame for what we're looking for ADA, and we are looking for like five maybe 10 years, and before we see some insane gains. When I say insane gains, I'm saying like a $30 ADA, something like that. Crazy stuff. But yeah, in terms of BNP right now, target point would be that zone there. I think I just covered BNB. We have broken a lot above this downward sloping support line coming through here. If we do see a bounce to the downside here, that is going to correlate with the lower point of this rising wedge pattern, so we would be looking at support from there and bouncing off from there. Obviously, be watching this this key point with BDIs here. If we do lose that, then the next point of support would be that $3.38. Potentially looking at a potential trap to the downside here. I can't really see us going any lower than that at this point, because obviously it's looking pretty bullish indeed, right? But key point would be invalidating some lower highs coming up here. Otherwise, we are going to see that continuous progression to the downside, which we don't want. Okay, so yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on here. What's the next chat? What's the next chat? What's the next request? I'm going to be ending the stream, guys. I did BNB for you, YY. I'm going to be ending the stream here, guys. I think there was one more request. It wasn't cat bread, but everyone's saying cat bread, so I might have a little look at cat bread to end the stream, guys. Hope it's not one of those shit coins. That'd be dead. I think that was it, right? Yeah, I think that was it. Oh no, I think hard for Toy Wolf. Let me do hard and see where we're at with hard, and if I've got time, I will do hard, man. Damn, what is happening here? What has happened here? That's insane. It's insane Mountain Everest climbing. It's insane. I love that metaphor. I'm going to use that. Yeah, that's insane right now. In terms of percents for hard right now, that's just, I don't know what is happening here. It's 100% up. That's crazy, guys. I would be inclined to say to you guys right now, do not go onto this. Do not be FOMOing in right now, because you're gonna get wrecked. It's as simple as that. If we see a pump like Mount Everest like this, we are gonna see a Grand Canyon dump after that, right? We're gonna see that. It's gonna happen, right? It's inevitable. When we see a pump like this, we are gonna see a bit of a dump, or at least some sort of consolidationary period, right? And the worst thing I would want for you here is for you to FOMO in, and then it's a just, like, come on, we've gone up literally, like, it's 100% as of now. If we're going to see any sort of healthy retracement from this, we're looking at probably 20% there. So yeah, I wouldn't be inclined to just FOMO into this, because you are likely to get wrecked, as it is pretty parabolic Mount Everest stuff going on here. And yeah, as you can see on the RSI, it's pretty crazy, pretty crazy stuff indeed. In terms of buying power, so you are looking for that retracement as well. That's on the 4 hourly. Let's get to the 12 hour. It's just crazy. It's just crazy stuff. And yeah, you have actually really needed this pump, and you have smashed through all these crucial lower high points coming through here, and currently challenging the 200 moving average here. So I don't know about the fundamentals of this and why this has done what it's done. But yeah, hard pumping, ridiculous. Yeah, Toy Wolf, if you know anything about that, chuck that in the chat now. That'd be great. Has plans to Catbread has plans to use a case involving an arcade where you can win minted NFTs. Wow, that does sound really interesting, actually, because I do know NFTs are going pretty mainstream at this point in time. But yeah, let me have a little look at Catbread, and then guys, I am going to end the stream, right? Is it Catbread? Never looked at this before. Do you guys know the thing for that? Is it bread? No, it's not bread. God, no, it's not bread. Do you guys know it? Is it on TradingView here? Yeah, guys, we're going to set that 120 like target. That'd be absolutely amazing if we can get that. Just hit the 3-hour stream there. If we can get 120 likes before the stream ends, that'd just be absolutely amazing. And guys, I'm going to be streaming this evening as well. I will be getting a few hours at least this evening. So yeah, guys, if you want to jump into that, smash that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. You're never going to miss when I go live. And you can just request altcoins continuously with me on the chat there, guys. It's Catbread. Yeah, I typed in Catbread on yeah, as you can see, Catbread. Nothing. No symbols match your criteria. That's the symbol, Catbread. Well, unfortunately, there's no chart here on TradingView here, so I can't really do a TA on it, which sucks. But great job, Chester. Catch you on the next stream. Yes, Superman. Saw you on the last stream. Thank you very much, bro. I will catch you on the next stream as well, guys. I am going to end the stream there. But yeah, thank you ever so much for being here. And I will see you this evening, guys. I look forward to it because I do love streaming for you guys. But yeah, thanks ever so much for your support. And I'll catch you later on. And yeah, smash that like buttons. Can we get it to 120 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, guys, peace out from me, Crypto Chester.